more fun. Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley has a new job, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Reports surfacing yesterday that Hafley, who had interviewed for a number of open head coaching jobs around the league, officially has accepted the role of head coach with the Miami Dolphins, joining former Packers assistant GM John Eric Sullivan, who took over as the Dolphins general manager last week. That means an open defensive coordinator position in Green Bay for the Packers to fill. Speculation on who could be in line for that job coming up on Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. NBA, the Bucks winners on MLK Day, 112-110 on the road in Atlanta over the Hawks. The Bucks now 18-24 on the season. They return home to Fiserv Forum tomorrow night, playing host to the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Tip time tomorrow night set for 8:30 here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Tuesday edition. The goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, whatever the last departure phrase is. And what is that, the sound of music? To Jeff Hafley, happy trails to the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins edition. Okay, who's next? Is Joe Barry available? He is, I think. No, let's not do that again edition. But how about Jim Leonard? How about Raheem Morris? How about a former Tausch teammate? How about Al Harris? We'll talk about it coming up edition. And, of course, the Evan Cohen on a time crunch, so we better get to him on time to maximize our time with Mr. Unsportsmanlike edition. That's fair.
We're all right. We get to him whenever.
We'll get to him when we get to him edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPN Wisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the phenomenal. You can use it on your Apple CarPlay. You can use it on your phone. You can cast it to your Google. You can do whatever you want with it. But you got to find it in the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And the Packers Hall of Famer, a man who is our Kurt Signetti, our fearless leader. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Do you think this Indiana story, which is a hell of a story, and great game last night, by the way, a lot of fun, is college football, obviously the structure of it and how guys are getting, moving around and everything is not ideal, but has college football ever been more popular than it is right now?
Yes.
When?
Lots of times.
Okay, well, tell me when. I mean, it's.
What do you mean? Tell me when?
You just said yeah. So when has it been more popular than this run that it's been? The games, the Miami Ole Miss game, this game last night. I'm just curious when you think it's been more popular because.
How about the early 2000s when the BCS was first a thing and there was all the controversy around the computers picking the national champion and Heisman winners playing for national titles. Ohio State and Miami and Nebraska and Florida State were all relevant.
So when there was like 6 teams that could win a world's championship and everybody else was just an
USC
afterthought?
with Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush.
Okay.
Like that.
Now, if you want to say the Texas USC game, that would have been. I just love the fact I asked Jason a question and he gets offended with me when I ask him a question. Like, that's what you do. You ask questions and you have answers. And maybe you say, well, I don't know.
That's not usually
you could
what
say,
you do.
well, I don't know. I would argue the USC, and Jesse, thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome, Tausch.
That was probably the pinnacle, right? But what I guess I maybe didn't ask the right question because, Jason, I'm going to take your credo. It's not about the question. It's about the answer. I got a dog crap answer from you. So, in turn, I got to look internally and say, I asked a dumb question. So, I'm going to look. I'm going to take that from me.
I agree.
Where's my little
couldn't agree with you
Truman
more.
Up?
Yeah, I
Stupid
agree with
question
Tausch.
by old T.
So,
I
are
guess
you
the point-
seriously of the belief that it's more popular than ever when it is beset with this incredible bane of our existence of NIL and transfer portal?
Bane. I want Bane or I want Pons on Green Bay.
To be fair
agree
to
on that?
me,
I love Bane on Green Bay.
Bane or Pons. I love that Pons kid from Indiana, too. I love him. All
he's
right, go ahead.
5'9", 170 pounds, though.
I don't get. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Tell that
I mean?
to Ron Wolf and others who have drafted corners that were undersized. Tell that to well, anyway. Do you really?
You're a Cheerio urinator this morning.
Well,
All right, go ahead.
Well, I mean,
Shame on me for asking you. I lesson learned, Jelly. Put that down on our notes to how to deal with Jason. No questions before 9:10.
Of course.
I love it when you do this to me. Do you really think?
I was wondering what would break first.
As a college football analyst, with the way that college football has been, as Barry Alvarez and others put it, the Wild West for so long, they still don't have the NIL and the transfer portal figured out. You don't even know who the hell's on your favorite team.
Correct.
I don't understand. I was stunned that was your take. Like all the times we've talked about it, it is. There's no way it's more popular than it's ever been. Catholics versus convicts, the 80s of college football, when there was rampant cheating, but there was also
we didn't know about it.
It wasn't legalized cheating. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
SMU
Legalized
and the death
tampering.
penalty. Like I was seriously. I know you're having some fun with this. But the fact that was your hypothesis, I was speechless, as you noticed.
Jelly,
do you really think
Jelly.
that?
Jason, I specified that all of the off-the-field stuff is a hot mess. I specified all of that. The reason I believe that is every fan base in America, not Alabama or the SEC, there was a stretch in the mid 2008 to 2017 where we didn't have a chance. The SEC, it was whoever's in the SEC is going to end up with or Ohio State. That was it. And my point on last night is if Indiana can do it, Indiana has been a predominantly one of the bottom feeders of the ends of the Big Ten forever. They showed pictures of we were out there when Tom Allen's last hurrah, and they beat us. I don't know, but whatever. They beat us out there. And there were like 3,000 people in the stadium. And LePay and I are getting baked in a sauna on the right side because there's no fans and the sun is just ripping us. And for that to go
Would
2 years
fans
later,
have absorbed the sunlight?
I don't know. It wouldn't have hurt. I know that.
Just wanted to clarify.
It was this story, and this is now the blueprint. Now, it's a hard blueprint to follow, but now instead of it being 5 to 8 teams, maybe in a good year, there now is hope. They're trying to get that NFL model. They're not close to being there, but last night is going to breathe hope into every franchise or university across the landscape. And if you don't think that's good, I don't know if I can help you. There's still going to be the power players, but what we saw last night, I believe, will be the beginning of a new era in college football, where now all of us are looking at it and saying, why can't we do that? And the answer is, you can. You got to be right, and you better spend your resources properly. But what we saw the last 2 years out of Indiana and a coach nobody wanted to now being 16-0 and winning a natty, I think that's pretty dang good for college football. Yes. And again, don't bring me the other stuff because I already prefaced. When you give a preface, that means can't be thrown in your face. I did preface before I asked you that question. Check the tape if you don't believe me.
No, I understand, but I think if you're going to look and say it has never been more popular, and you're going to say we're going to ignore what has made it a complete train wreck, which, by the way, is a factor in what Indiana has done, right? They have someone who has bankrolled their success. We love Ted Kellner, right? A remarkable guy, friend of the show, friend of the program, friend of everything. I don't want to have to rely to have success on making sure. It's the exact opposite of what the Packers are, right? The deep-pocketed owner. Now you have to have a deep-pocketed booster or alumnus to be able to do to have that hope. And there's a bunch of schools that I'm guessing there's a lot of rich people that graduated from them that would rather spend their money elsewhere than bankrolling their football program or paying a player to come in for 1 year and then he replies by saying, okay, thanks for all the money. I'm going to transfer somewhere else next year. I just don't see college football, even with your preface, through that lens. I don't.
You don't have to.
And I'm eager to see what Wisconsin does. We're all excited about their class that they got in the transfer portal. Let's see what happens. But I think Indiana is a phenomenal story. Kurt Signetti, it was nice to see him smile because he spends most of his time not smiling. But they won a title. It's a great story.
And you're smiling.
I don't know if it's going to be every year there's going to be a new Indiana. I don't know if that's true.
But there is that opportunity. There wasn't before, Jason. That was my point. There wasn't.
Well, wait a minute. There's been Indiana this year and Indiana last year.
And last year.
Who else? Ole Miss?
Oh, Michigan. What a story. Michigan.
Miami's not a lovable underdog that overcame the odds.
They didn't even win their conference, and they found a way to a national championship. BCS days, they're playing in a Hula Bowl, and they're done in the 26th of December.
But that's because of the expansion of the playoff. That's not because of NIL
it's
and
part of
transfer
college
portal.
Football, Jesse. That's why it's gotten better. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you... I'm sorry. Let me circle back momentarily. College football has never been more popular because it's a 16-team playoff? You have never been on board with a 16-team playoff.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Is Miami even in this if it's not a 16-team playoff?
Well, first off, it's only a 12-team playoff.
Well, 12.
So,
all right.
yes,
Is
they
Miami
would be
even in this if it's a 8-team playoff? No.
Nope.
No.
They're not. Here's the deal. My big pushback on expanding was you're playing these guys 16 or 17 games, which is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And the counterpoint to that is, well, they're now getting paid big boy money. And you give up that when you get paid. That is the giveaway. And I've said, I don't love it, but as my job now asks, I'm in the entertainment business. You need to entertain me. I got to try and entertain you. That's where we're at. So do I love it? No. But it's the reality of the situation. You have to adjust. I would love it to still be 1999. And we're out eating In-N-Out burgers and smoking cigars and winning that would be great. That's what we did. It's in 1999, no more.
Okay, but just because it's not 1999 anymore, do you think college football is better now than it was then when you went to the Rose Bowl? Do you really think that?
I think here's what I'm going to tell you.
Because all you're basing this on is hope.
Jason,
hope is not a strategy.
Jason, he asked me a question, and as you do in the press conferences,
I didn't
I'd like to
understand.
answer,
I'm
and
sorry.
then you can
I didn't
follow
realize
up.
this was a press conference. I'm sorry. Let me
It feels like it. Lord knows you won't answer a question when asked, and then you get insulted by it, which is still absurd. Here's what I would say. Me selfishly, because I grew up on it, I loved it. I loved the fact the Rose Bowl was I loved it. That's not how the world is anymore. It's over. So now, instead of it being Alabama, Georgia, LSU. Now, can those teams still go and win? Yes, they can. But the fact that we saw something we did last night, it gives hope to every program. It gives hope to Iowa State. Mm-hmm. It gives hope to Wisconsin, not just to win a bowl game, but to go win a national championship. And hope, while it's not a strategy, as Andy Dufresne said, it's a hell of a good thing.
Is that what he said?
I don't know if that quote is exactly right. I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. And you can find that quote wherever. I don't look. But hope is a great thing for fans. And while, yes, big donors and all of the other stuff is important, no question, money is always. What we saw last night should give every fan base and every organization hope. And I think that's a great thing. You don't have to be on the hope train. You can be anti-hope. That's fine. If you want to run your platform on anti-hope, Jason, go for it. I, as a sports fan, will not do that. Thank you for listening.
I could use a good man to help me get my project on wheels. I'll keep an eye out for you and the chessboard ready. Remember, Red, hope is a good thing. Maybe the best thing. And no good thing ever dies. You said it was great.
My friend.
Hell of a great thing. I will be hoping that this letter finds you and finds you well. Your friend, Tausch.
So we could have had this. Jason, here's what I'm going to say.
So much for getting to Evan
We
on
could have
time.
been doing this show in Bloomington, Illinois, 3 years ago, and everybody would be sitting there, or Normal, or wherever it's at.
Blono,
Normal, Illinois.
Twin Cities.
Wherever.
Is that Jesse's alma mater we're talking
No,
about? No,
that's our rival, Illinois State's
okay.
in Blono. Yeah.
Okay.
Did I say Blono or did I say Bloomington?
You said Bloomington, Illinois. Bloomington Normal, the Twin Cities. The locals
I
know it
meant
as
Bloomington, Indiana, obviously.
Blono.
Okay. You could have been doing this show and what you just read in Bloomington 2 years ago. And what you just read, I bet everybody would have probably looked at it and said, we just hired some guy from James Madison. I don't know anything about blah, blah, blah. And today, and probably tomorrow, well, I don't know what their temperatures are, they're going to throw the parade of parades. because they had hope. College football now they have given hope with this new program.
They have. It's the hope that kills you,
as
I think
Andy
they
Dufresne
say.
said, hope is a hell of a good thing.
Indeed. Maybe the goodest thing. I think the British like to say it's the hope that kills you. Tell me how hopeful Arkansas is, or South Carolina, or Mississippi State, or Auburn, or Kentucky. I'm sure there's hope in LSU now that they've got Lane Kiffin. Missouri, Vanderbilt probably has some hope, right? They went 6-2 in the SEC this year.
Hey, Jason, why on earth wouldn't they? Vanderbilt was Northwestern. Vanderbilt probably should have got in the tournament this year. Ole Miss sucked for years, and they almost won a national championship. So don't give me this. You don't think Mississippi State or South Carolina, if they get a great class of portals, that they can't do it? They have more hope now than they did in the old days.
If they can buy it. If they have the money to do it.
Indiana didn't spend the most of any roster in the country. You can best believe that. This wasn't a money. Money is always, as I always tell you, when you ask me a question in sports, why? Why did Indiana win the championship? I would say this: money was a part of it. It was not the It was not the top dog of the thing.
No, Kurt Signetti is the reason, right? They have the right coach who brought in the right players.
They grabbed the right quarterback that fit what they did.
Right.
They went and selectively, surgically grabbed O-linemen and different players.
I don't think what they did is easy, though. And I don't think everyone can do it. And so while you say that everyone has hope, has hope. I'm not picking on the Badgers when I say this, but the last several years, and then the way this was handled as the season went poorly, then suddenly we now hear, there's going to be greater investment, and we're going to do this differently and that differently. Of course, alumni's reaction was, well, what took you so long? Why didn't you figure it out sooner? So you can say that you have hope, but you also have to have execution to make it work. And Indiana executed. They hired the right coach. They spent their money, which was a lot, the right way. They brought in the right guys. All those things clicked. And it's an awesome story. I hope it is not an outlier. And we have a version of Indiana every year. And next year it's Missouri. And the year after that it's Wisconsin. But I'm not sure I'm a believer that this is going to be something that happens regularly in the 12-team college football playoff.
Do you believe Wisconsin, Missouri, who else did you put in that? I'm going to put Iowa State. Do you believe that these schools that have never been juggernauts, well, we've been a juggernaut for a stretch, but never a national champion, have a better chance to win a national championship and more hope now than ever?
Only if they have the NIL money to do it, would be my response. That would be my response. Because if you have the money, then you can have the hope. You can buy hope with money in college sports now. I'm very excited.
This idea that it's an outlier, it very well could be an outlier. But
I hope it's not.
You're saying all this stuff you have to execute, you have to do this. Yeah, no blank. That's sports. How many times? Now, the Dodgers, not a great example. I'm going to pull the Dodgers out of this equation, okay? But how many times did teams get all these great rosters? The dream team of the Eagles that one year, and the Lakers bought all this talent in. That gives you a chance to have a chance, but that doesn't do the whole deal. Sports still comes down.
Get me a salary cap in college football, and I'll jump on board with this is the greatest time, and anybody can do it, and you can have all that hope for Vanderbilt to win a national title.
You being a storyteller that you are aren't moved more.
I love their story.
Night.
We're not debating what a great story they are. You're extrapolating it out into what all these other teams are now going to have hope to do. And I think
when you have
that cheapens what they did.
Okay. When you have inspirational stories, what does that usually do to other people?
Well, it inspires them. That's what inspirational stories do.
There, wow.
Just like I'm inspired by
Just
Gina
imagine
Della
Rocky
and Pella
Balboa.
Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
For your New Year's resolution, the sky is the limit with Pella's 0 interest for 4 years finance offer. No payments, no interest for 4 years. Just think, 4 years ago, Tom Allen was coaching Indiana in front of nobody. Nobody's in the stands. Nobody cared. Nobody even knew they existed.
Nobody there to absorb the sunlight.
4 years later, they're winning a blanking national championship. That's how much stuff can change in 4 years. And you can get Pella's 0 interest for 4 years finance offer. Start your own journey towards meeting your personal goals and enjoy Pella's highest quality products with exclusive features, custom made for your home. This deal ends January 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More on Jeff Hafley becoming the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucs game.
In 6 minutes. No more?
No less. Bucs in 6 on the Bucs Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucs in 6 provides game recaps. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucs in 6 on the Bucs Plus audio network. Find it now on Bucs.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we pride ourselves on offering a wide selection of stunning lab-created diamonds in all shapes and sizes.
Whether you're looking for a classic round, an elegant oval, or trendy emerald cut,
we have the perfect diamond for you.
Always in stock and ready for you to take home today.
Our lab-created diamonds offer all the beauty and brilliance of mine diamonds.
Sustainable and more affordable at Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
There's no chill on the deals at Metro Ford of Madison. Right now, get into a 2025 Ford F-150 with 2.9% APR for up to 66 months plus $2,000 retail bonus cash. Looking for something sporty? Check out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport with 3.9% APR up to 66 months, $2,500 bonus cash. Or lease for $319 a month with $38.49 due at signing. But hurry, offer ends February 2nd. Visit MetroFordofMadison.com.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Join before January 31st to get the lowest rates of 2026. Make sure you join the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
We're on the Packers.
This 2 or 3 year window needs to yield a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When you bring back everybody, Mr. Policy is telling you we're winning a championship.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Say don't want nothing, but you look better on me. You look better on me. Let me show you something so you don't.
Welcome to College Football Today.
This
Across
is a
ESPN,
great
Wisconsin.
royalty-free song. I don't know how that's royalty-free. It's a great tune. Somebody should be getting royalty on that.
No, we want to keep playing it.
I know,
and any other thoughts? Because now it's 9:29, now 9:30.
Yeah, I don't know how that got away from us. Like, because you couldn't answer a question.
I
You
wonder
got
how.
Mad at me for asking that. So, Jason, are you more or less hopeful that we could pull this off? As the University of Wisconsin is the we.
Okay.
Since we
all right. So first of all, let's just get a couple things. Let's get your facts straight. Okay. First of all, wasn't mad at the question. Was I mad at the way you interpreted my confusion and stunned silence? Yes. But no, look, and again, I'm not saying that hope is not a good thing. Some might say a great thing. It's a hell of a good thing, as Andy Dufresne taught us. But I think there's more to it than hope. And you have to I'm sorry, I don't think that with the kind of money that people are willing to spend on their football programs, the ones that are billionaire-type people, I don't know how many. I hope you're right, speaking of hope. I hope it is Missouri next year, or Vanderbilt, or Oklahoma State, which went 0-9 in the Big 12, or BYU. Like,
it could
I don't
be
know.
BYU.
I don't know who it's going to be, but I hope Wisconsin is among them.
Yeah, me too.
I will believe it when I see it, and my argument is that Indiana did a phenomenal job. And while I would prefer to see the Badgers do it, I hope they sustain it so it proves that you can do this and you can do it over a long period of time. Because I don't want to see Ohio State and Michigan all the time. I don't want to see Georgia and Alabama all the time. But
no
again,
glory days of football, though.
But I don't think it was. If you go back to like when you were playing, it wasn't always Alabama and Georgia. And my point is that I hope that your hope theory is proven right. And I hope more teams can do what Indiana does. But to say, yes, it's great that they give these schools hope, but hope really is not a strategy. And Indiana did a phenomenal job with the right coach, the right quarterback, the right deep-pocketed donor in Mark Cuban, who I saw on the telecast multiple times last night. I don't know how much John Mellencamp contributes, but I'm sure there are other alumni that have helped them be able to afford
royalty music money.
Fernando Mendoza, who that touchdown run was ridiculous, by the way, on 4th and 5. I hope that this is the start of more Indianas, but I don't think we should undervalue what they managed to do, because if it was something that now everyone can do, why the hell were they the only ones who really truly did it? And by the way, James Madison, did they not play Oregon in the first round? They still went to the college football playoff, which again, Now James Madison has hope that they can win a national championship, a world's championship.
More hope than they had before.
I'm sure that's true. All right.
Isn't sports kind of selling hope? Isn't that kind of what sports is?
Yeah, but the NFL has managed to sell hope because of parity. And if college football gets there, yeah, awesome. Will they also have like first place schedules and stuff?
Jason, last night they got there.
With one team. Indiana is
Ole
different.
Miss was in the Final Four. Mm-hmm. Texas Tech is in the Final 8. Let's just call it what it is. Hope is coming, baby.
I hope
Indiana,
you're right, and I hope Wisconsin
gates.
can do this. I am very eager to see if they have the right coach and if they will find the right quarterback. Their latest quarterback.
I do want it. I saw Shiloh Jesse just put Shiloh's tweet up. College football needs guardrails, NFL style contracts, all that. I want to make sure because I'm sure our social media team put some stuff up already. I want to make sure my preface is included because I hate how this is. That preface is important, and I would like for my preface to be included because my preface I feel very strongly about my preface. Otherwise, I wouldn't have prefaced it. Thank you.
Glad we're getting to Evan on time.
Okay.
I hate this new iPhone thing too. You guys do the iPhone reset deal? It sucks. You have to do it. They don't let you. What? Why is that whoa, Nelly?
It's 9:36.
Well, it sucks.
The Packers are in the market for a new defensive coordinator. We will talk about that during the 10 o'clock hour because there's no way we're not discussing this college football salad days theory with Evan Cohen coming up next from Unsportsmanlike. But before we can do that, Prize Picks projection for when we will discuss the Packers defensive coordinator situation is 10:21. Are you taking more or less of the clock before we get to it?
I don't know, but I had a great weekend on Prize Picks. I did the Stroud. I don't, Jesse, did you get Stroud at 0.5?
I did. Yeah, part of a win for me, too.
He barely got there.
I had Stroudy. I had Seattle's tailback. And then I also went less on Darnold because he had that oblique. And Old T had a heck of a day on Prize Picks. And the big game is almost here. There's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event. Here I got to be very careful, right? I know we joke about this a lot, but biggest sporting event and Prize Picks where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks is the easiest way to play daily fantasy. Build a lineup in under 60 seconds, pick more or less on at least 2 player projections, and watch the game with even more excitement. One of my favorite things about Prize Picks is that new social feeds feature. You find your community, see what other players are picking. You can even copy lineups from winners with a single click, or you follow Prize Picks partners and tail their picks instantly. I'm certain in the big game there's going to be some fun promos. It's not there yet, obviously, but we had one this week, and I'm guessing maybe even this weekend. Download the Prize Picks app today to find out for yourself. Use that code WI, and they give you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it is good to have hope and to be right.
Evan Cohen joins us next from Unsportsmanlike. And boy, this new iPhone update sucks. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When a heart stops, the clock starts. You are the first responder until help arrives. In that moment, 4 minutes equals brain damage. 6 minutes equals too late in an emergency. The first responder is you. We need you. Will you be ready? Learn CPR. Visit heart.org/nation. That's heart.org/nation.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Purchase your tickets, grab some friends, and get to the Sylvie on Thursday, January 29th for Andy North Trivia Night presented by Exact Sciences. Enjoy a fun and inspiring evening of trivia, music, food, and refreshments while helping to raise money for UW Carbone Cancer Center. This fun and inspiring event is hosted by Andy North, and along with the trivia, the lineup includes a silent auction, celebrity appearances, and prizes. Doors open at 6. Visit AndyNorthandFriends.com to buy your tickets. Past year's events have sold out quickly, so get your tickets today.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. If you're still working on your New Year's resolutions, right now, congrats! You've officially made it past Quitter's Day. More than 70% of people give up by now, so take your win. Iron Jock wants to reward you. From now through January 27th, our listeners can get 30% off any Iron Jock purchase over $75 when you use promo code ESPN30. And you also score a free 3-pack of Iron Jock socks at $25 value. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
There's the Packers and there's everything else. To find your way into that fandom, that conversation, you need something so unique, like an 18-year-old from Greece who transcends the sport, and you are never going to find your way into that fandom without him and without an obvious solution. It's just your ticket to success is him. You found something. I can't expect you to find that again.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Kick off 2026 strong with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country, with 2 locations right here in Madison. Find the top-rated fitness and strength equipment guided by certified fitness experts who will match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. Now during the New Year's sales event, save up to $1,600 on treadmills, up to $2,500 on premium massage chairs, and get free weight plates on select Force USA gyms. Visit Johnson Fitness and Wellness today or shop online at johnsonfitness.com.
Evan Cohen on Wilde and Tausch is brought to you by Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country. Shop treadmills, bikes, strength equipment, massage chairs, and more, all with expert guidance. Johnson Fitness and Wellness, in-store or online at johnsonfitness.com.
Mr. Hard Out at 10 a.m. Central joins us at 9:42. He is the star, some might say the Kurt Signetti of Unsportsmanlike. He is Evan Cohen on Wilde and Tausch. Evan, good morning. Is college football more popular than ever, as Mark Tauscher claims, because hope is a hell of a good thing, as Andy Dufresne taught us?
First part, probably just because obviously every year access, the methods of consumption increase. Hope is an interesting thing. Why do we believe today, because the most unlikeliest of stories ever happened, that would apply to any other school but the one that's living in it?
Great question.
Why would we? Because you see a franchise and an operation, if you hire the right guy and you use your resources wisely, this wasn't some fluke thing. This wasn't fluky. They were in the playoff last year. People bought in. You can sell hope because Indiana is one of the bottom feeders, or was, in the entire Big Ten. And in a 2-year process, you can now flip things quicker than ever in this sport. Okay. There is no longer, okay, we can't compete with Alabama. That should have been the watershed moment. Alabama has always been, big, bad Alabama. And I think Nick Saban saw it coming. That's why he got out.
So
Hope
I
is
think
a great
all
thing.
fair point. Yeah, I think what you're saying is Indiana changed their ways. They did something differently. They got the right coach, and they did it quickly. So, Tausch, I know this is not what you're trying to do, and I would never put you in this spot, but let's pretend Jason said that. What Jason is saying is we hired the wrong guy at Wisconsin. We tried something differently. It hasn't worked. It's not quick anymore because now we're in year 3 or 4, and we don't have the hope that Indiana does. So let's pretend Jason said that and not Mark Tauscher. You're confirming, which I don't want to believe at this point, that we didn't hire the right guy because the Indiana model is changing the ways, doing it quickly, and winning quickly. Wisconsin changed the way because it's not just about previously. It was about in-state, offensive linemen, let's celebrate the pass, how do we replicate Alvarez, and let's do that to the fullest. Let's do that and win over the course of time, like a decade or so, like Coach Bielema, whatever it is. If Jason Wilde said that and not Mark Tauscher, analyst, Wisconsin Badgers, and former Badger, we would all just sit there and say, yeah, you're right, we hired the wrong guy, which I don't want to believe. But I don't agree that it should provide everyone hope today because Indiana has been horrific forever. Indiana, as we described this morning on Unsportsmanlike, because Small said, they weren't necessarily the team you circle on your calendar. And I said, yeah, they were. They were the team you circle on your calendar for when you invite your parents, friends, and family to come to Madison for the weekend so they could see a win. They're now the team you want to avoid because you don't want to see. They were the homecoming team. They were the Halloween team in our case. Mm-hmm. They were the Halloween team. They were the Parents' Weekend team. So, unfortunately, if you believe there's hope because of Indiana, our hope is then gone because of Indiana.
Oh, I don't know if you get it. I would say this. We obviously have had two tough seasons.
It was such a good point. It backfired for Tausch. It was such a great point.
No. Actually, if you just
it was a great point.
There's 2 seasons, obviously, it's not gone well. And in the past, that would be basically a death sentence. Now, and I think, and we'll find out. Listen, we're going to find out. We have went into the portal and have been very aggressive. We have picked up a lot of new players. Whether or not that's going to translate to a bunch of wins and in the college football playoff, none of us know. But what we do know is when you have a roster that could only win 4 or 5 games, you can then flip that quickly and say, all right, this is going to give us a much better chance to do it. And every program has that opportunity now, not just – if you'd let me finish, please.
God, don't you hate it when people interrupt you?
Try to spin it and make it sound like I'm saying something that I'm not saying. All I'm saying is it gives you an opportunity where in the past it was going to take a long time to build. Now, with 3D printing and everything else, you can build stuff a lot quicker and a lot better and a lot faster than you could 5 or 6 years ago. The floor is yours.
Cool. Great take. I wish you were right. Here's the difference. You can win.
Well, you don't know if I'm right.
Games.
None of us know.
Okay,
we'll find out.
Here's the thing. We could win 4 or 5 games, then turn it around. Yeah, Indiana won 4 or 5 games. Then they hired a different coach who's never lost. So the example, let's rewind 5 years. I'm not trying to say anything negative about the current program or the current coach. That's not what I'm saying. Let's rewind 4 or 5 years. If you want to recreate Cignetti, his name is Lance. Okay, he's at Kansas. Okay, the coach that's never lost anywhere that comes and shows up and takes over for a program that has not won.
What was Kansas's record last year? just for the record.
Yeah, and this is the unique 5 and 7. This is the unique part of Cignetti, is that I would have looked at Leipold, and I do believe this, and say that man doing what he's done at Kansas has won a national championship, except for the fact that Cignetti has actually won a real national championship, which is the insane part. But when you want to duplicate Cignetti or find your version of Indiana, find the coach who's never lost anywhere, who just continues to win everywhere.
Are you asking me? I haven't scouted James Madison coaches in other places.
Well,
so I don't have an answer.
Bob Chesney was the guy who took over for him. Bob Chesney is at UCLA. He was the James Madison
any
coach
relation
who I
to
told
Kenny?
you.
Not
to my knowledge, but Kenny's most recent book, or second most recent book you can get, and I'm in it. No big deal. Okay, next.
Wait, you're in Kenny Chesney's
What are you doing
book?
in Kenny Chesney's book? You don't. Last time you listened to country music, you were 1 year old.
I was surprised by that too. When all of a sudden I got a book sent to me with a bookmark, and I was like, "What is this?" And then I opened it, and it's Chesney's book, and there's a picture of he and I in his book.
What?
Kenny must be running out of
That's
material.
awesome.
Holy cats!
That's
What the hell is
amazing.
Kenny Chesney putting you. Why are you in Kenny Chesney's book?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
please.
sure you do. Can you name one song that he sings?
I can't hear you, Josh.
No shoes,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
shirt, no Evan Cohen.
Boys of Fall. The Boys of Fall.
There you go. There you go.
All right, I had a professor at UW named Robert McChesney. That's as close as I can get to that. Evan,
Thanks, Jason.
You're welcome.
That's
Glad I
great
could drop
drop.
that in there. Well, we were. Can you tell us the story of why the hell your picture and you're in the book?
So this not the most recent book, not his biography or autobiography. That
How
just
many
came
books
out.
does? I thought he was a musician. I didn't know he was an author.
He's a brilliant businessman who's just the kindest guy. So he comes. So his last concert of every summer tour is in Foxborough. So every year, what he does is he plays Foxborough on one night, and then he goes to Bristol to ESPN the next day. So for the last few years, had him on in person the day after that big concert at where the Patriots play, and have interviewed him in person, and he's been tremendous. And like we just hit it off, like in terms of an on-air interview, and they took a bunch of pictures. And the second to last book is this beautiful book of all these amazing pictures throughout his life and tour, etc. That we were a part of.
Wow.
Or actually, I was a part of it because I was the only one in studio that day.
Oh, so had you been remote and Michelle Smallman been in studio that day, she'd be in the book.
She would have been in the book. Yep,
Okay.
yep. So in my office right now, I have 2 Kenny Chesney books. One I'm in, autographed, and then the other is just autographed.
That's why you always got to show up. That's why showing up is the most important thing. You wouldn't have been in that
Say
book.
two guys
Yeah,
that are
you
doing
should
their
do
show
that.
from their
You
homes.
should do that in July. Yeah, you should do that in July and August. Josh.
I will.
Show up.
I will.
Evan, if we could put a bow on the college football discussion with this, how good was last night's game and how entertained were you by it? Early on, I was kind of
rooting for
bored.
boring was. I agree with you. I was rooting for Miami, so unfortunately for me, that didn't go my direction on that. But I thought the most entertaining thing were those 2 fourth downs on that drive to put them up 10. I thought his fourth down, 18 or 19-yard pass, back shoulder was amazing. And obviously just the second effort getting into the end zone on that QB draw. Just to get like dorky X and O on this for a second, Tausch, I did find it fascinating. Cignetti said after the game, we've had that play in, but we changed the protection on the QB draw for this game specifically. What does that mean? I mean, I know what that means on the surface, but like, how many different protections can you have for a QB draw? What did he mean by that? Seriously.
Well, I'm guessing it's more of where you're going to declare and who you're accounting for within the box, and you're obviously going to send your tailback up to be a lead blocker on that quarterback draw.
Right.
And I believe what happened is one of their safeties bailed out, and he saw that, and he realized if he did that and his tailback picked it up, he would be able to pick up the 5 yards that he needed. I don't think they anticipated scoring a touchdown on him.
So if the safety bails out, what you're saying is there's one less guy in there, and that he should be able
There's
to
one
get...
less guy that you can, yes. And I think, obviously, when you got to worry about the back shoulder, and then you have to undercut that route with your corner, you have to have somebody over the top. But Miami's coordinator also came out and said, we knew it was coming, we just didn't make the play. So every coach always is going to kind of jockey for that, but when it works, the victor go the spoils. They're the ones that write the books, and they get Evan Cohen to sign off on.
That's right. I have another question for you guys, and I think it's going to not make Jason happy, but what's new with words that come out of my mouth. I said the happiest people yesterday when Jeff Hafley got the Dolphins job should be the Packers. And the reason I said that was because Jason tells us how wonderful of a guy he is and that he's kind to everyone and everyone loves him. And for that reason, I think the Packers should be thrilled because I think they need somebody in that building that not everyone loves, that Jason will probably get annoyed with because he'll be snappy at him or not talk to him or whatever it is, and that the coaches won't necessarily like. Because I think that's what's missing from that team. Am I wrong to have the take about Hafley that the Packers fans should actually be happy he's not their defensive coordinator anymore?
I don't know. They had a defensive coordinator that a lot of players didn't like. His name was Joe Barry, and that wasn't ideal. But again,
they had more playoff success with him than they did with this guy, right?
You took the words right out of my mouth. They got further in the playoffs when he was the defensive coordinator. I don't know if there's causation there. I understand what you're saying.
He's available, right? We could bring him back.
He is available. Yeah, I think because Miami, I think obviously, unless Jeff Hafley decides to keep him, right? He was the linebackers coach down there. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Look, I don't know how I'm glad you brought this up because I was going to ask you, since you're such a Miami guy, you were rooting for the Hurricanes. You're obviously a big Heat fan from your time in South Florida. I was curious how you felt about that hire. Because I'm curious.
Like it. Yeah, I don't like it about that. And the reason I don't like it, and this is not his fault, but this is the 8th coach in a row that is a first-time NFL coach coaching the Miami Dolphins. 8. This is the 8th
so they're
time
due.
Someone has to learn this part of it on the job.
Yeah.
I mean, they're due. That's one way of looking at it. And I understand that he was a college coach. Not exactly Nick Saban in college was Jeff Hafley, let's be honest. I mean,
well,
and I understand,
that was before we were in the heyday of college football, where now everyone has hope.
Yeah, whatever. Listen, I don't mean to be crapping on this guy. Maybe he's going to be the next Don Shula. I don't know. I just think Dolphins fans are so conditioned to things not working out. Do you know the last playoff win the Miami Dolphins have had is December 30th, 2000?
I did see that. I saw that fact.
Over 25 years ago. And, Michelle Swillman, who's a huge Packers fan now, is saying, wow, they created Lambeau South. And I was like, well, is that a good thing? Because I don't know that Lambeau North is happy with Lambeau North. So forget Lambeau South.
Yeah, that's really good.
And here's the counter to that. What if they are good and the Packers are still kind of blah? Aren't Packers fans going to say, well, we have the wrong crew? We should have that crew? Like, let's say I'm wrong about
that.
Himself.
Did you just counter your own point in real time?
Did. That's how good he is.
Yeah, so
he's debating. You now have no one on this panel is good enough to debate Evan. He has to debate himself. That's where we're at with this segment.
Yeah, well, when you call somebody 15 minutes late and they have to leave 3 minutes from now, why not present every angle for you guys so you guys can then play it out for the next couple of hours?
Kurt Angle. You bring up an interesting point. If Jeff Hafley wins a playoff game next year with whoever's going to be his quarterback, probably Malik Willis, and the Packers do not, oh God. Oh God. It won't be to the same extent.
How about this?
What is it?
Whole question.
Well, tell
Next
Jesse.
5 years. Next 5 years. Would you rather have Goody, LaFleur, and Love, or John Eric Sullivan, Jeff Hafley, and Malik Willis? We know
TBD,
Jason was at the Miami
that'll be
crew.
a Goody. That'll be a Goody, LaFleur, Love. That's what.
Yeah, but that's where you and I would go because of Goody. Jason probably would go the other way, right? Those other guys are nicer to you.
He does love but he loves LaFleur too. He loves LaFleur.
Tricky spot. Jason, who has better hair,
Yeah,
LaFleur
but I don't know where.
or Hafley? Better hair, LaFleur or
And John
Hafley,
Eric.
Jason?
I don't know where you're at with John Eric Sullivan. Is he one of your guys?
He was.
Okay, so yeah, it's a tough call for him.
It is a tough call.
What
You know who else?
Jason will have a tough time.
You know
finishing
who
that
else
poll.
is one of my guys? Evan Cohen, who on the air is one of the greatest to ever do it. Managerially. We appreciate your time. We know you've got to go.
Evan, quick question.
No,
you got 2 minutes.
let him go.
He's
gotta
got
go.
2 minutes.
I'll keep talking to you as long as you're okay with me hanging up on you mid-word.
Yeah,
if they call.
you think we care? You think we care if you hang up on us? No, I don't care one bit. Why does everybody call Bob Kraft Mr. Kraft, and not every other owner or president get that same deal?
You're insane. Everyone that is an owner of a team is always called Mr. or Mrs., and it's absurd in general.
You've never said Mr. Jones on air, ever. Nobody says they all say Jera.
Adam does.
No, you
Adam
haven't.
does.
Al Davis? You didn't call him Mr. Davis. You called him Al.
He went counting crows on you. That was awesome.
I didn't hear it. What was it? I was talking.
You know
I got
what?
interrupted.
The color Amarillo. Give me some of that Spanish dancing. I've said Mr. Jones. Come on now.
Evan,
No, you did not.
Maybe when
Come
I
on.
was in Omaha,
It's only
maybe when I was
Kraft.
in Omaha, I said that.
Mr.
It was a long
Blank.
December, Tausch.
No, they don't call Mr. Blank. They call him Arthur Blank. It's only Mr. Kraft, and everybody does it. It's amazing. I don't know why. Nobody's given me a good answer yet. It's
Mr.
'cause he's got 6
Cronky.
chips. Yeah, Mr. Cronky. That's I'm sure. Smalls is calling him Mr. Cronky. I'm sure. Come on.
No, she's calling
Come
him
on,
names,
man.
I think.
Yeah.
Calling him a lot of things.
So
Yeah.
Evan, so I know you got to go. Ed Policy is now only going to be known as Mr. Policy. FYI.
Okay, cool. Congratulations.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Tauscher.
You're annoying. You know what? Hang up on him. Jesse, hang up on Evan. I'm done with him. He's had enough.
Yeah, Tausch, I was going to tell you something. You know what
See
I
you
was gonna tell
later. Click, click, click.
He's gone.
Good. Great appearance today.
What a show it's been. That is Evan Cohen, presented by Johnson Fitness and Wellness. I need to go to that location today, actually, because we have a broken arm on our elliptical machine. So hopefully they can help me out. I'll tell them Evan Cohen sent me. That was something. The debating himself was really good, actually. I know you got after him for it, but I thought that was extremely well executed and really interesting.
He's a heck of a talent.
Undeniable.
We should honestly one day, now that he's got a partner attached to it, we should just let him debate himself. And then we moderate. I actually just want us to moderate his own debate.
Evan, your response.
We have to give him enough time to do that.
Mr. Cohen?
I think he got enough time. It was a lot. He packed a
He had
lot into a short
He had a
period of
20-minute
time.
segment. The hell are you talking about? We didn't give him enough time. 20 minutes.
And
Supposed to
we
be 2
actually
breaks
mentioned
in there.
Jeff Hafley's name. Progress. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Save the dates. Wisconsin volleyball takes a big stage, tipping off the 2026 season. The Badgers playing in the ABCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum, August 21st to 23rd. The showcase featuring 8 of the top 12 teams in the ABCA national rankings. ESPN Madison is your home for everything Wisconsin Badgers with the Jump Around, the Kelly Sheffield Show, and the Barry Alvarez Show. All available to stream on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison is giving away $85,000 in cash this month in our double rollover jackpot. There will be 5 drawings every Tuesday and Friday throughout January. 10 winners every week. But you have to be here because if the winner isn't present, their prize rolls over to the next jackpot. Every Tuesday drawing is for $1,000 and Friday drawings are for $2,000. Then on Friday, January 30th, there are 5 $5,000 prizes. Don't let time tick away. Get to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We're on the Packers.
We were in the postseason what we were all throughout the regular season.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
A good team that couldn't put 4 quarters together.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Thanks again to Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike for debating himself and keeping us entertained. The 10 o'clock hour will start shortly, and we will discuss the Packers' defensive coordinator options, number of names that we have floated.
Do you ever wish that this news spread out more? Like, they just hammer you. Like, this is so much stuff. There's so much
this is kind of the time where coaching changes occur.
No, I understand it. I didn't say things should be different. I'm saying, do you ever wish that it was?
No.
Okay.
So, there are a variety of names beginning to be mentioned in conjunction with the Packers' now vacant defensive coordinator job. We will get into some of those. Our buddy Bill Huber from Sports Illustrated has a few that he has reported. And there's one that Mark Tauscher floated a while ago that interviewed for the job previously.
Interesting.
That may very well be a candidate again. And if he gets the job, it'll be a big bump in pay for him, and then he can call Annex Wealth Management and have them invest that funds to make more money for him. How's that sound?
Oh, we had a fun webinar, me and Doc, as we call it. We talked a bunch about crypto and what you should do in the beginning of the year with your retirement, with your 401k stuff, how you want to do that from a tax purposing standpoint. Annex Wealth Management, they have all of the answers. A lot of people, they make New Year's resolutions. Many of them will crash and burn. Sometimes it's a lack of discipline. But a lot of times it's just bad advice. That's where you need experts. We always say we need to talk to experts when we don't know. Well, in your finances, the same thing lines up. So if your resolution deals with money, your earnings, your investments, go ahead and talk to the experts at Annex. I've been talking to Annex for a while now. They have that team of experts ready to listen and help you talk through all of your financial goals in 2026.
The 10 o'clock hour, which for those of you who have been waiting for a discussion about the Packers, barring unforeseen events, you will get what you're seeking. Well, you can't say that there are no unforeseen events.
I see you scratching.
That's not how unforeseen
I see you scratching at
events
your
work.
face and like picking at all your stuff. So I don't want you scabbing up. So we're gonna get moving here.
Thank you. I think.
What?
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. If you're still working on your New Year's resolutions, right now, congrats! You've officially made it past Quitter's Day. More than 70% of people give up by now, so take your win. Iron Jock wants to reward you. From now through January 27th, our listeners can get 30% off any Iron Jock purchase over $75 when you use promo code ESPN30. And you also score a free 3-pack of Iron Jock socks at $25 value. Iron Jock helps you look good, smell good, and keep showing up.
This is Wisconsin Volleyball National Champion Devin Robinson. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Green Bay Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley has a new job. The head coach of the Miami Dolphins, according to reports surfacing yesterday afternoon. Hafley joins former Packers assistant GM John Eric Sullivan, who became the Dolphins general manager, named last week to that position down in South Beach. Plenty to react to, including speculation on what's next for the Packers defensive coordinator position. It's now open. It's coming up on Wilde and Tausch. You're on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. NBA, the Bucks winners yesterday on an MLK Day matinee in Atlanta, 112-110 over the Hawks. Milwaukee returns home to the Fiserv Forum tomorrow night, hosting the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. 8:30 tip time, nationally televised on ESPN. Pre-game coverage starts at 8 o'clock here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Tonight, the season finale of the Barry Alvarez Show at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton from 6 to 7, followed by Prep Mania on ESPN Madison.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. where hope is a hell of a good thing, begins now. And it begins with the Packers losing Jeff Hafley. He's the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Those are the only lyrics I know. I know the San Diego Superchargers song better than that. Tausch, how big of a loss do you believe this is for the Green Bay Packers before we get into who might replace him?
It's a good question because I think initially everybody was thinking this is a death blow. Oh, my God. Jeff Hafley, I think, brought some stability. He was obviously fantastic in front of the microphone. I think he did some really good things defensively. But the bottom line is there was some inconsistency with what happened on the field. And I'm not sure he was the monster difference maker that we all thought and hoped. It's a great example of if somebody is really good, not at branding necessarily, but we all loved listening to him. We got fired up. I think the players respected him a ton. And I thought his first year with the way they created turnovers was fantastic. But I would argue with more talent this year, although the eye test tells me it's better than the Joe Barry era, so I don't want to get in that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to look at numbers, and you also have to look at where this team finished, and then also see what other teams did against those very same teams. And I'm not sure this is going to be the big, oh my God, what are we going to do that maybe we thought in the beginning of the year when we were saying we have to, oh, well, Jeff Hafley's a bad guy, don't hire him, oh, da-da-da-da. I'm fine with it. I think we're going to find a good coordinator, and if we get the right guy with this talent and with some upgrades and maybe some subtractions, I don't see why we shouldn't. We should definitely be better in the turnover category than we were last year because last year wasn't good enough. And that's really what this comes down to in today's NFL. You're going to give up points. You better have lost yardage plays and turnovers. We saw that with the Chicago Bears. That's why they were able to win the division, because they had the turnover ratio to do it. So Jeff Hafley, great guy. Everybody loves him. Awesome in front of the microphone. I think if you're really looking at it from just the nuts and bolts, that Baltimore Ravens game might have been one of the worst defensive efforts I've ever seen up at Lambeau Field.
And
I don't think that's hyperbolic.
No, it was. They gave up 307 rushing yards. Yes, that's bad.
Jason, you've been here 30 years. Where has there been when the money was on the table? There are games where the season's over, guys are checked out to Cancun. Like, it's different. Where have you seen when you had to have it? And it was a primetime game, everything lined up, and the effort that we put forward that night was as bad as I've ever seen it at Lambeau Field.
Yeah,
tell me where I'm crazy.
So a couple things. First of all, I don't think he was just branding or I just liked him because he was good at the microphone. In his 2 seasons, when you put the 2 seasons together, they finished 8th in the league in scoring defense and 9th in total defense.
Yeah.
His first year, 5th in total defense, 6th in scoring defense. This past season, 11th in scoring defense, 12th in total defense. I believe they were 6th in both of those categories at the time of Micah Parsons' injury. The takeaways is an absolutely positively fair criticism and should be a harsh criticism. They went from 31 takeaways, which was 4th in the league, to 14, which was 26th in the league. Somehow, without Micah Parsons, they were 8th in the league in sacks with 45, with, by the way, Rashawn Gary getting the same number of sacks in both of these seasons. They went from 45 sacks to 36, with Micah Parsons getting 12.5 of those 36. I would disagree with you on the personnel. Their number one corner was Keyshawn Nixon, who I love his story of working his way up the ladder. I think there were times when he played like a number one corner, like in that Washington game, and there were others when he definitely did not. We saw Carrington Valentine's inconsistency. We saw Nate Hobbs not be very good or not healthy, but boy, was he physical. We saw a interior defensive line that without Devontae Wyatt, who I don't think was that dominant, was terrible. Right? And Kenny Clark, while they were happy to get his contract off the books, he was still a better option than a lot of the things that they ran out there. Their defensive ends beyond Micah Parsons, their best other defensive end was Kingsley and Igbare, not the two guys that were top 15 draft picks. Their safeties are really good. That game against the Bears, 25 points in the fourth quarter, absolutely inexcusable. That said, Edgerrin Cooper was having his best game of the season and left in the third quarter.
Yep.
So that was part of them being god-awful in the fourth quarter. So, again, did he do a great job with us? Yes.
He did.
Was he
Does
great
that cloud
with his
your judgment a little bit?
Was he great?
Yes.
Here's what clouds my judgment. More so than how good he was or us having good back and forth about sweatshirts and whatever else.
Telling you ask great questions and love
The
you.
players, just let me finish.
I did.
The players' biggest complaint with Joe Barry was that their input was not welcome and ignored. I think you would find a number of players who would say that Jeff Hafley listened, and if he agreed, he instituted it, but it wasn't some sort of, oh, okay, you guys want to run a 7-man front, let's do that. It wasn't just, oh, we'll do whatever the players want so they like me. Yeah.
Probably should have put a 10-man front up against Tennessee.
Baltimore.
Derrick Henry.
So I don't think it's purely branding. I'm sure he was a great interview with Stephen Ross and Mr. Ross, I'm sure as he's known in South Florida.
Yeah, no, everybody calls him Mr. Ross.
But I don't think he was just some sort of conjured up. He went 22 and 26 at BC. We'll see what he does in Miami. I think this is no blank. This is an enormous hire. I mean, enormous. You have one of the best players.
What is the loss, though? No question, it's a huge hire. My point was,
no.
Everybody
whoever
loves
they hire next is a huge hire because this guy was really good. That's why I do believe it's a loss, a significant one.
And my point is, I think he was good. Where's Joe Barry's stat line defensively on the numbers? Because we all agree. Listen, I am not saying that Joe Barry is a better defensive coordinator. I'm not. But everybody is acting like there is this monstrous gulch between the two of them just from an on-the-field standpoint. The players liked Hafley a lot more.
I get it. And you can lean on the numbers. Some of the numbers.
The numbers matter.
They do. So does play style. And they were so much better at rallying to the ball and playing with effort and knowing what they were supposed to be doing than they ever were with Joe Barry. He was very good at the illusion of complexity and keeping it simple for their players. And
I don't think that up.
No, the takeaway numbers definitely don't back it up. Definitely don't. I will get you Joe Barry's 3 seasons as defensive coordinator and
Jason,
give you those numbers.
Okay. How big of a loss? How big of a loss is Jeff Hafley? Take all of the other stuff out of it. Strictly from a production defensively.
Yeah, I think it.
Packer fans care about that, not that he's great and everything else. Like,
I don't understand why are we rewriting history on him with his production?
No, we're not. I'm just
their defense
asking.
in 24 was one of the best in the league. They cratered statistically after they lost Parsons, and they had a really god-awful game against Baltimore. No denying that. They had
and the Bears,
and I think that No, they did not have a god-awful game. They had a god-awful quarter and a god-awful 2 minutes in the other game. No, it's not.
But those are okay.
Also,
it matters.
Of course,
it matters.
Of course it matters, but it doesn't matter more than all the good things they did. And for you, it does sound like what they did down the stretch completely undid what they did early. And I don't want to be in position to defend Jeff Hafley because then I sound like an apologist for him. What they did against Baltimore was completely unacceptable. I don't care if you've got 47-year-old Gilbert Brown at nose tackle. Not okay.
Gilbert's older than he's older.
That was a guess. I don't know. Okay. He's older than you.
I'd say mid-50s.
50.
Probably.
Okay.
Looks great too. Looks great.
My point is that they were 6th in the league, which was right in line with what they were a year prior before Parsons got hurt. That was on December 14th. And I don't think they're as god-awful as they were against the Bears in the fourth quarter if they have a guy who's playing the best game of his season. Edgerrin Cooper finally looked like Edgerrin Cooper again in that Bears game, in the playoff game.
Yeah,
because I didn't see him making those plays throughout the year.
No, he was great.
So I think it is a significant loss. Now, I want to get into who might be next, but that is my point, is that, look, your defensive coordinators during your playing career, Ed Donatel, Bob Slowick for a year, Jim Bates for a year.
I like Batesy. He had a way about him. Batesy.
Bob Sanders, who was retained by Mike McCarthy because
one
Jim
of the
Bates,
nicest guys you'll ever meet, Bob Sanders.
Dom Capers.
Yeah.
Totally ruined my break game we were about to play on the video stream.
Sorry.
Way to go,
we can go back further to,
Jason,
Hank
I guess
Bulla,
because
Dick
I know
Modulewski.
everything is about moving forward. The NFL is always about moving forward. I just want to ask, and again, Jeff Hafley, I want to make sure I am crystal blanking clear on this. He is a better defensive coordinator to me than Joe Barry. But I think we have canonized him to this point where he is like Fritz Shermer and one of the great D coordinators because he wasn't Joe Barry. He came in with a low bar, and I'm not sure. I guess I'm not sure if he jumped over it by the amount that we're all acting like he did. He is a good. We'll find out how he does in Miami. We'll find out, but let's not act as if the world has collapsed because Jeff Hafley is gone. And I feel like some Packer fans feel that way.
Yeah,
they're devastated.
I am not in
and
that
I'm
group.
not in that camp.
I would also say this: if there is one thing I've learned about you in 10 years, is that you always want to make sure that if you feel there is some sort of overcorrection, you reel it back in. And whether that's whether that's a team that reaches a championship level or a Final Four and then chokes and doesn't get criticized, and instead it's, great season. You want to make sure that people understand, hey, this is a big boy league. They should be criticized.
That's just
all
those
my
types with the media complex.
Well, but this is a media thing too. You are saying that we were kind of snowed by this guy, and we thought he was better than he was because he was good with us. And I'm arguing that was a bonus.
Communication is good, and it's important. And I don't want Joe Barry sucked in front of the microphone. He didn't care. It wasn't part of his deal, and he was not a great coordinator. But this idea that we just had Buddy Ryan here winning a championship, or Rex Ryan, or whoever was the coordinator for the Ravens, or Monte Kiffin, that's not who we just had. We had a coordinator that was really good at certain things. He obviously was better with Micah, but this defense, just like Joe Barry's defense did against Tampa and Carolina at the end of his tenure, stunk. At the end, when we needed it, they gave up 25 points in the fourth quarter to the Bears and had one of the worst performances we've ever seen at Lambeau Field. Those are also facts that we can ignore it. The style of play, I agree with you, Jason, and you could say, well, they didn't have the corners to do it. And you know what? Those are all fair criticisms, too. The defense was better, but this hire we could elevate and be better. It doesn't have to regress, but it is a big move by the newly minted, extended head football coach of Matt LaFleur.
And
that's all.
And if I could have my that's all moment, this dude was up for 7 head coaching jobs. So
because he's great in the media too. That's a part of it. Well, it is. If he was Joe Barry in front of the mic, is he getting 7 interviews? No, he's not.
I don't. I'll have to go through. I don't know enough about these other coaches. Is Kevin Stefanski great with the media? Can we ask our ESPN Cleveland folks?
Yeah, go ahead. Text
I don't know. Is Robert Saleh, when he's not doing take them out the deep water, because I don't know how good he is with the media. He just got his 2nd head coaching job. As I don't know if anybody really gets excited about coaching the Tennessee Titans the way things have been down there lately, but I'm curious to see how he does.
So you're telling me his media presence and how good he was had nothing to do with his head coaching?
If his defenses were 25th in the league, but he was great with the media, you really think he would have gotten
Mike
7
McCarthy
interviews?
got a head job, 30th offense.
Yeah, what other interviews? I'll have to look this up. How many
LaFleur?
other interviews did Mike McCarthy get during that hiring period?
That's a you question. I don't know.
Well, you're saying okay. I will look that up. I want to get into who might be next. We will do that on the other side after I tell you about Gruber offices.
Yeah.
David Gruber, he's the Jeff Hafley of attorneys. He's great with the media. He also is pretty damn good at his job. Gruber offices, one call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. That's the number to call. Hopefully you never have to. But if you're ever in an accident and you've been injured, that's the call to make. They are the best in the business. Go to gruber-law.com to find out more. Who could be next? And will they be great with the media so we think they're better than they are? We'll discuss it next.
You're so
Wilde and
sensitive.
Tausch.
You are so sensitive.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for the Blue Mountains of cold, refreshing Coors Light. Whether you're tailgating pregame, cracking one open during the game, celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue when chilled to perfection, which, besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
There's no safer place to feel dumb than Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
But I was impressed by several of them.
You're impressed by everything.
I love life. It's amazing what people do.
There is nothing that you see that you wouldn't go, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's not a bad way to live, though.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe. Live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and wherever you get your podcasts.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution, and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. You know that honey-do list that's been sitting on your counter since, 2020? Yeah, we can handle that. From leaky faucets to light fixtures, our handyman team at Bruner Realty fixes it all. Fast, friendly, and done right the first time. We take care of it so you don't have to. Visit fixedbybruner.com. That's fixedbybruner.com. Because your to-do list deserves a happy ending.
There's no chill on the deals at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, drive home a 2026 Kia K4 with 3.48% APR for 48 months. That's just $22.35 per $1,000 financed. Or step up to a 2025 Kia Sorento with 0% APR for 60 months, only $16.67 per $1,000 financed. Don't wait, deals end February 2nd. Metro Kia of Madison, where there's no chill on their deals. Visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
The Milwaukee Bucks, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Giannis picks up the loose ball, feeds to Portis. Portis back to Giannis. He lays it in, falling down.
Wednesday on 100.5 ESPN.
Jeff Hafley is taking his talents to South Beach. Who's going to be bringing their talents to the frozen tundra? I appreciate you calling me sensitive when I push back on you and stuff. I want you to be, I want to be crystal clear on this. I find it irritating because you make it sound like I'm some sort of rube that because he's good with the media, I think he's a better defensive coordinator than he is. That is how it sounds to me.
I understand. I understand, and I know there's nothing you like being less than a rube. So, Barry Rubin, strength coach back in the day. And as a matter of fact, I saw him. He's on Buffalo's staff. Well, he was on Buffalo's staff until McDermott got fired. No, all I'm trying to do, too, and listen, man, you have blind spots, too. Like, don't be pointing out my blind spots without you knowing that you got blind spots, too. And the bottom line is, everybody likes people more and will give them a little bit more if they like them as a person or they help them with their job and whatnot. And the bottom line is, some coaches, he was fantastic in front. That deal he did before the Bears game, and he slammed his hand down. That was
Turned
awesome.
out to be wrong.
Didn't work. But
Oops.
I just want to make sure, and you're correct in your assessment, that I am always looking for, there's a little overcorrection here. And, again, crystal clear, because I know everything we do now is sound graphed and everything else. So I am crystal clear here. Joe Barry was not the same. He is not as good of a defensive coordinator as Old Boy was. Okay? I just want to be crystal clear. But I'm also saying this wasn't, from a numbers standpoint, this was not Rex Ryan, Buddy Ryan, Johnny Ryan. Like, it just wasn't this, oh, my God. I thought this defense was going to be all-time dominant after watching the first 2 weeks, because they were. And then they went to Cleveland and played a dominant game, but it didn't work. They got beat. But they still played good ball. By the end of the year, and of course Micah Parsons being hurt them. No blank. You take your best player off of a unit, it's going to hurt you. But what happened against, I keep saying Tennessee, Baltimore, and what happened, that is also part of Jeff Hafley's story that I think maybe he got a little bit of a pass on because people liked him and they thought that this defense was maybe better than what we thought. That's all.
I will have, because I am curious, 2023, Joe Barry's defense finished 10th in the NFL in scoring defense and 17th in total defense. So that is one of those numbers is worse. One of those numbers is better. In 2022, they were tied for 15th in scoring defense and, again, 17th in total defense. So those were, I don't know, I don't have his 2021 numbers in front of me, but statistically, when you combine his 3 seasons, I do believe statistically he was more than a little bit worse than Jeff Hafley's defenses were for 2 years. Now,
no doubt.
Who's next? Now, you said the other day, and I saw this got sound graphed, even though I was said very clearly that I was guessing. Jim Leonard.
Yep.
Jim Leonard is still coaching his Denver Broncos. He is the assistant head coach and defensive passing game coordinator for Sean Payton.
He's the assistant head coach?
He is. I did not know that either.
That's a big title, no?
It is,
That's
yes.
a big boy
I agree.
title.
The defensive coordinator there is Vance Joseph, who has been interviewing for some head coaching jobs. He was the head coach in Denver once upon a time, right?
Yeah,
he came back.
Yeah, I like that career arc.
I respect that.
I like that career arc.
A ton.
That shows he's got humility. He's got humility.
Absolutely.
But he wasn't a good head coach. Why would they give him another job somewhere else?
Because a lot of guys are really, well, I mean.
Robert Saleh.
Wasn't either. Exactly. On the same page. I said at the time that
if Robert Saleh was 60 pounds overweight, is he getting that head coaching job in Tennessee? No, I'm being dead serious.
I want to be very clear. I know you're being serious.
Okay.
And I do think, much like if you're good in front of the media makes you a better candidate, if you're fit and good looking, that also makes you a better candidate.
Mm-hmm.
How many fat guys have gotten head coaching jobs lately?
Green Bay wants a fatter head coach and not as good looking. Like, it's funny. It's always you want the oppo. I'm telling you, Bob Saleh ain't getting a second head coach. If he had gained 70 pounds while he was out from his Jets job and had like a big old tire, he ain't getting another job. He can be a defensive coordinator, but he ain't going to get the head job. I'm telling you, I feel fairly confident about that. All right, continue.
So Jim Leonard is being discussed as a candidate for a variety of defensive coordinator jobs, theoretically including the Broncos if Vance Joseph gets a head coaching job somehow.
So I would tell you this, and this is no insider information. Vance Joseph, if Packer fans want Jimmy Leonard, I don't know, Jason, you could find this out. Is Matt LaFleur open to revisiting the snubbage that he got last time? Is he a grudge holder like you, or is he Jimmy Leonard has grown and I'd love to have him again because I loved him the first time and I'd love him again?
He was ready to hire him.
That is the I know, but now Woody after snubbed.
Right.
That's something you could find out.
Well,
what I would tell you,
I would just quickly add this, and then you can say what you're going to say. I don't know how he feels about that. I know he was irritated at the time, but again, you can't. Although some of us may be grudge holders and aren't very good at moving past them, in the NFL, if he's the best guy and you hold the grudge against him over him turning you down the last time, then shame on you for being that obtuse. If he's the best option, you hire him no matter what he turned down previously. The floor is again yours.
So if we want Jimmy Leonard to be the next defensive coordinator here, and I know there's a lot of Badger Packer fans that do, and count me in that camp. I watched Jimmy Leonard with a defense at Wisconsin that was not overly talented, and you know what I always saw? Guys developing and overachieving, and you got your the way our linebackers played and our defensive backs was fantastic. Fantastic. And we out-schemed people. Now, could we keep up with the Ohio States and the talent? Yeah, it was a little bit of a test, and sometimes we didn't pass, but that was not schematic. That was the problem. If you want Jimmy Leonard, you're going to need, I do believe, Vance Joseph to get a head coaching job. Or to not get a head coaching job and to stay in
Agreed.
Denver. If he gets a head coaching job, I do not believe he's going to be available. I believe he would be the defensive coordinator for Sean Payton. And he also obviously has ties back to Harbaugh. So I don't know who the Giants are hiring, but that would also, I would think, be in play.
And the Jets.
But if we're being honest, Jimmy Leonard is as Wisconsin's going to get.
Agreed.
Loves the place. He's got obviously. So if and when Matt LaFleur decides this is something that he is open to, I think that could be something really fun. But that has to be on his side of it, because I do believe Jimmy Leonard will be a defensive coordinator sooner rather than later. And I would hope that that opportunity would be in Green Bay with a really great amount of talent. You mix that with the scheme and some of the stuff that he learned and obviously has implemented at places he's been. That's got a chance to be pretty special.
Yeah, and there should be carryover because both Hafley and Jimmy worked for Mike Pettin, so he's one of their both combined influences. He influenced both of them.
Sure.
I also think it's important to point out that at this time 2 years ago on this program, none of us were talking about Jeff Hafley.
None.
And none of us saw him as the hire. He had some NFL coaching experience with Tampa Bay and with Cleveland, but he had coached mostly in college, including as a head coach at BC. So the obvious candidates may not be the only candidates. Some of the people that did interview the last time are among the candidates again. And then there's also Matt LaFleur's personal connections that I want to get to. We'll get to a few of those coming up, one in particular, as we continue this discussion. But look, I think the world of Jim Leonard. Then we'd have another defensive coordinator that I really like. I actually have history with him, and I love that idea. For me, media starts with me. Count me in. I hope Matt LaFleur's not a grudge holder, because I think not only would he be a good hire, but I would think he was better than he actually is because he'd be great with us. Speaking of being great, you had a great weekend on Prize Picks, you just said. Unless I'm reading this wrong, it's time to tell us about it again.
Yeah, a good weekend for Old T, and I can't wait to see what little fun things Prize Picks will have in store for this weekend's games, and, of course, the big game, which is almost here. And there's no better way to cash in during America's biggest sporting event than Prize Picks, where, boy, it always feels good to be right. And Prize Picks, easy to play daily fantasy. It's the easiest way. You can build a lineup in under 60 seconds, pick more or less on at least two-player projections, watch the game with more excitement. I tell you, Stroud, they gave you that one. It's lovely when they give you the free one. Then you just have to kind of piece around it. I went with a little three-piece nug this weekend. A tailback for Seattle. Old boy gets hurt. Other old boy, beep, goes off. Sammy Darnold, his oblique sore. I'm going to go less with his passing yards. So it happens it worked out beautifully. What are you shaking your head about, old boy?
Just trying to figure out who the tailback was you were talking about.
I think Walker.
Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker and 3 touchdowns. Yeah.
Charbonnet got hurt, unfortunately for him. You know what? This season, early payouts, if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI for the great state of Wisconsin. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right. More defensive coordinator candidates, including a few that have reportedly already scheduled interviews with Matt LaFleur. We'll talk about him next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Life's better.
All right, Tausch, it's a Digi-only commercial break here.
Love that. Love that.
So, our trivia challenge that we saw some YouTube streamers trying to fill in the blanks on here. So, Packers defensive coordinators since the year 2000. Jason gave us a few of them when he was rattling off some of the ones in Green Bay during your playing career. Can you check off the remainder of this list? Let's start at the bottom. So, Ed Donatel from 2000 to 2003. Who was it in 2004?
Bobby Slowick.
That is correct. Bob Slowick for 1 year in 2004. How about 2005?
Batesy.
Jim Bates. Correct. After that?
Colonel Bob Sanders.
Did you call him Colonel?
I did not.
Should have. That would have been great. All right,
That
so
would
then
have been funny.
you had the big run for Dom Capers, 2009 to 2017. How about 2018 to 2020? Can you fill that one in to complete the list?
So I'm trying to think. That would be LaFleur's first hire as the D coordinator. Why am I struggling with this one?
You say
Do you know it?
You love saying his name.
I do? Oh, I do. Part of the Jimmy Leonard tree. Mike Pettin.
Mike Pettin completes the list. Yep, that's your list of Packers defensive coordinators since the year 2000.
Who would you say on that list was the most? Was Dom Capers? No question, right?
He won a Super Bowl. Yeah, it's got to be.
But are you putting Pettin ahead of Hafley, or is Hafley 2 on that list?
I mean, Hafley is the only one who left.
Can we hear other chatters on here, or how does this work?
What do you mean other chatters?
Like, people are on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
They can hear us.
Yes.
Can they chime in, or is it just they can type in?
They can only type in. This is not like Twitter Spaces
so
where they can jump in and
YouTube
talk.
typers / dwellers, or however Jesse puts it. We all agree Dom Capers was the most successful because he won a chip. I would think Joe Barry would be at the bottom of the list as far as who Packer fans look at as
well. Is he less successful than the guys who were only there for one? Like Jim Bates, that was the 4-12 year.
Jim Bates lost it because the coaching staff got fired. Jim Bates actually did a really admirable job and was interviewed for the head coaching job because of his thing. The real question is, it's going to come down to Mike Pettin or Jeff Hafley as far as who is more successful as a D coordinator. And I'm thinking recency bias, and Hafley's stat line is pretty good. I think Hafley's going to win that over Pettin.
I would say Hafley has to be.
Too.
Yeah, we'll get the YouTube comments, and we'll talk about it coming up on the show with Jason as well. But Hafley's the only guy who left to become a head coach somewhere else. So to me, that would say
but Dom
he's the most
Capers
successful.
was a head coach. Mike Pettin was a head coach.
Yeah, but it's what you're doing
Ed
next.
Donatil was still defensive. Ed Donatil was still being a defensive coordinator last year. So he's lasted a long time.
We will talk about it with Jason coming up. That'll do it for our Digi-only commercial break. Thanks for playing along for a second day in a row, Old T.
You got it, buddy. It's fun.
The insurances, including Dean Health Plan, Quartz, Humana, and more. Please visit StoughtonHealth.com for more information. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
We're on the Packers.
This 2 or 3 year window needs to yield a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
When you bring back everybody, Mr. Policy is telling you we're winning a championship.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Packers need a defensive coordinator. Jeff Hafley, now a Miami Dolphin. By the way, since I mentioned him as an influence on both Jeff Hafley and Jim Leonard. Mike Pettin, his defense is, and I'm not sure he had the greatest amount of talent to deal with. Obviously, they added the Smith brothers in free agency. But those defenses, I mean, they obviously got shredded by San Francisco in the playoff game, in the NFC Championship game. That was bad.
Bad.
I felt like he got a little scapegoated by the Packers for the loss to Tom Brady.
And did that have anything to do with Jimmy not coming on board?
Yes, I also wonder that as well. So those are all things that are factors.
Jada, we were having a debate, and I didn't know how YouTube works necessarily because I think it's all typing, so I asked Jesse that. We all would agree Dom Capers on that list from 2003 up was the most successful D coordinator in that tenure. It's hard for us not to. Longest,
despite
championship, all the
fire
things.
Capers.
Hafley or Pettin, who gets the silver?
Ooh. So what, Pettin had 1 year with Mike and then the 2 with LaFleur?
Okay.
I don't remember what the 18 defense, I got to look that up. Look, their 2024 defense was really good, right? And I mean, let's be honest, when we talk about playoff games, the Packers did not lose the NFC wildcard round game to the eventual Super Bowl champion Eagles because their defense wasn't good enough.
No,
quite frankly, with 4 turnovers, the defense kept them in the game. Otherwise, that's
totally
really ugly loss. So I think I would give it to Hafley by a nose, but that's not because he was better with the media. Because Mike Pettin, I really enjoyed. He was good with us too, and he's a good
Scowly guy though.
He definitely he used to talk about his resting face not being very friendly, but he was and
face. What is what?
Just the way your face looks when you're just resting. Like yours is constantly smiling.
Have you never heard of the resting face?
No, I have. I just wanted. I don't think all of our audience did. And I wanted. Jason always.
Well,
tells me that
I'll tell you what. We'll ask Rob Domofsky what that phrase is, and I'm sure he'll say it on Friday if he's joining us, because he's certainly not.
Word.
I think in that instance, I think it might be.
There is a word that goes between resting and face in the common vernacular that would not be allowed on the airwaves.
So let's get to
Is that
it'd
right?
be
But
fine on YouTube, though.
If you talk about a female dog, it's fine though, right?
In
doe, a deer, a female deer.
Context
Ray,
would matter in that sense, yes.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about a few. As much as I'd love to talk about female dogs, let's talk about a couple of other names that make sense for the Green Bay Packers as a defensive coordinator. The one who is on the top of my list in terms of connectivity with Matt LaFleur and highly successful, right, including being the defensive coordinator for a Super Bowl championship Los Angeles Rams team, is Raheem Morris. When I say his name, he's a 2-time NFL head coach, was fired as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons after the season, even though they got their blank together down the stretch and won a bunch of games, finished in a 3-way tie at 8-9 atop the division, but lost the 3-way tiebreaker to the Carolina Panthers, which didn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's the way the tiebreaker works. How do you feel about him and his candidacy? Because he would be a top candidate, I would think, for Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, if he's good, I'm all on board. He's obviously had success. Well, what? You want me to
If
sit here and
he's
say
good,
I know all of the stuff?
if he's good, I'm on board. If he sucks, I'm not on board, which I think I would agree with.
So here's the deal. Matt LaFleur did a really good job of hiring his last defensive coordinator. He went outside of the box a little bit. I think one of the things you've said is that this LaFleur, Shanahan, McVay, this is a group that sticks really tight.
Mm-hmm.
They all have their ideas, and I think while Old Boy was a small part of that, is what I think you said, even though he was the head coach at BC, there was some crossover with Hafley in that hiring. I kind of want him to do something a little bit out of the box. I don't want him just to be comfortable and, this is the guy, I know him. I want you to have some knowledge. I don't want this to be where the personality conflict goes.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to hire somebody that's going to be uber aggressive and create turnovers. How you get there, that's why they pay you. I want Jimmy Leonard, but that's selfish on my part. I want somebody that's good that this defense is going to take another step forward with a healthy Micah Parsons and having a plan for using him. If that's old boy here, Raheem Morris, great.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. But I kind of am in the camp of let's not just continue to hire the same people. Let's go do something and be aggressive. Maybe that is Raheem Morris. I don't know, but I would prefer let's get outside of the box here a little bit. You've hired a lot of people that you've been incredibly tight with. How many of those people are going to tell you you don't know what the hell you're doing? We need to mix things up a little bit. I think that's a healthy thing.
Yeah, and I would say, especially on offense, I think that would be a healthy thing to do more of. Whether or not that ends up being the case, we'll have to wait and see. All right, here's another name who has been on the Packers staff once upon a time. His name is Christian Parker. He was a quality control coach under LaFleur. He spent a lot of time with the Denver Broncos. He's young. He has never been a defensive coordinator before. That's one of the names out there. There's another name that has not been a defensive coordinator.
Sweet.
That is one of... I'm sorry?
No, his nickname is Sweet. We called him Sweet.
Sweet Al Harris.
Yep.
His secondary, he's the defensive backs coach and the defensive passing game coordinator for the Bears. They took the ball away quite a bit.
Still haven't found that article about his coaching philosophy. I'm working on trying to figure out where I heard they go on vibes.
Keep an eye on that. He also spent time with Mike McCarthy in Dallas. I assume you'd like to throw your support behind him if you can't get another one
Absolutely.
of your favorite people, Jim Leonard?
One of my all-time favorite teammates, a great player, and I think someone I have to be honest, I was shocked that he got into coaching, but I think since he's done it, he was obviously very smart, and I think Charles had a great effect on him when Charles came here. But Al Harris is a great teammate, and you can always kind of tell those guys that people rally around. Al was one of those guys.
So we will see if he emerges as a candidate. There are a couple of guys that they interviewed the last time when they hired Jeff Hafley, including Zach Orr, who is the older brother of one of our favorite ESPN Madison teammates, off and on, in Chris Orr. He was the Ravens defensive backs, or he was the Ravens linebackers coach, and then was promoted to defensive coordinator and stayed in Baltimore. They also interviewed Denard Wilson, who was then the defensive backs coach for the Ravens, and then he went and got the Tennessee Titans defensive coordinator job when the Packers hired Jeff Hafley. So those are two guys from the Ravens tree that they were interested in. They also interviewed Bobby Babbitt.
I want more of the Ravens tree from with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. I don't know how much of that tree was sprouted by those two guys playing.
I don't know, but I'd like their
helped,
offensive run game coordinator. And maybe the running back. Bobby Babbitt, who was the
name. It's fun.
Buffalo Bills defensive coordinator.
Kind of goes back to that face we were talking about.
But now he may be available as well. All three of those guys were on staffs that have changed head coaches. So they could all be available to the Packers if they are cast adrift. I think there are also candidates elsewhere. What about if Sean McDermott doesn't get another head coaching job after being fired by the Bills? Do you have any interest in him?
No, give him a beat. He needs a beat.
The in-house candidates, I would say there are 3. I don't know how I feel about any of them. 2 of them have been defensive coordinators previously. DeMarcus Covington, who had 1 year as the defensive line coach.
How do we feel he did as the defensive line coach? Because they fired the guy, and you were raving about him. Oh, my God, they did this, and he's got all this. How did he do?
Yeah, as you like to point out, the production is what matters. And I'm not sure that I don't know, Warren Brinson and Nazir Stackhouse and Baron Sorrell are developmental players, right?
Sorrell's going to be a player. Sorrell's going to be a player.
I would tend to agree. So I don't know. With 1 year, I'm not sure I feel great about trying to judge him, but he certainly seemed to bring a greater level of accountability and respect than there had been at that spot previously.
Okay.
But again, he was the defensive coordinator in New England for a year.
I say he's having a great season. So when you say he brought a lot of accountability, I probably would push back with you with that.
I don't know. I don't know who would be the coach that would have gotten him to say, you know what, I have not lived up to expectations.
Jethro.
Jethro Franklin would have gotten Rashawn Gary to admit that.
Love Jethro.
The other 2...
a great name, too. You don't hear of a lot of Jethros other than Jethro Bodine back on the Beverly Hillbillies, and then Jethro, our old ball coach. Only Jethros I've met.
Gibbs from NCIS.
Did you ever consider that as a middle name for Max?
I should have, but I didn't.
In retrospect. The other
first name, Jethro Tauscher.
That's not a bad name. You call him Jetty? Not bad.
How do you get... Never mind. The other 2 in-house candidates are Derek Ansley, who...
J-E-T is the start of Jethro, and if you shorten it, you'd say Jet, and then you'd put a Y on it for a nickname, Jetty.
Would you call him Jay Jettis?
This isn't that hard to
are
figure
there?
out,
I'm sorry. Let me. Now that we're going to do this,
Cheddar
are there
cheese.
a lot of? First of all, the whole point of naming him Jethro is that Jethro is such a great name, which is what you just said, and now you've decided to shorten it, even though it's a great name.
Just call him Jethro.
Sometimes you don't control that. Other names get shortened, and there has to be some cognizance of why.
Do we have any evidence of any Jethro ever being to Jetty?
No, actually, there is a young man named Jet that I know well, and I wonder if it's short for Jethro. No, I think it's just Jet.
Call the school and ask
maybe it's
him.
short for Jethro. You know what? I will text right now to find out, and I'll get you an answer.
Pull him out
after
of
the break.
6th grade science and ask him.
He's a 7th. I think he's actually an 8th grader. So no, I'm not going to text him.
Derek
text his mom.
Ansley and Ryan Downard would be the other current staffers that would make sense as candidates. I'm curious if Ryan Downard goes with Jeff Hafley to Miami. He is clearly one of Jeff's.
Will they sing the song if he does?
Welcome to Miami. That one or a different
There we
one?
go. It's a shame. It's a shame we can't hear that song. The nice thing for Jesse, no more pressure on bumpbacks having any fit with the show.
True.
It was overrated
so Jesse,
anyway.
You look good.
This
on
royalty-free
me.
music has been great for him. Hey, go to break. Let's stay on the clock. Come on, Jet.
Jethro Wilde. We need to play trivia at 11:07 with the 10 o'clock hour still occurring.
Classic.
Hey, Jetty. What caller do you want? What's the category?
Caller 15, the divisional round recap is our Wilde and Tausch trivia category today. Since we didn't spend a lot of time with the LaFleur extension news yesterday and everything going on today, recapping the divisional round of the playoffs.
Caller
Great
15.
round of playoffs. Really fun round.
Caller 15. It's the greatest time for NFL playoffs, just like it's the greatest time for college football. Caller 15 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 15, plays Wilde and Tausch trivia after I remind you that Associated Bank has the best customer service in the industry. They've got the awards to prove it. Yes, Badgers checking, Brewers checking, Packers checking, all great. But more importantly, early pay. You get access to your direct deposit up to 2 days early. Credit monitoring, so you're ready to make that big purchase like we were with our Steinhafels living room set. And, of course, fraud protection to make sure you're covered if somebody steals your identity. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
The Don has spoken.
You've got a combination quarterback. You don't have to hang your hat on just throwing or just running the ball. That could add so much to our offense. I'm excited.
Listen to the Barry Alvarez Show, Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhafels. All January at Steinhafels, test rest any mattress. Get a $20 lunch gift card, and Steinhafels donates $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin, only at Steinhafels. Save the dates. Wisconsin volleyball takes a big stage, tipping off the 2026 season. The Badgers playing in the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. The showcase featuring 8 of the top 12 teams in the AVCA national rankings. ESPN Madison is your home for everything Wisconsin Badgers with the Jump Around, the Kelly Sheffield Show, and the Barry Alvarez Show. All available to stream on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Kick off 2026 strong with Johnson Fitness and Wellness, the largest specialty fitness retailer in the country, with 2 locations right here in Madison. Find the top-rated fitness and strength equipment guided by certified fitness experts who will match the right equipment to your goals, space, and budget. Now during the New Year's sales event, save up to $1,600 on treadmills, up to $2,500 on premium massage chairs, and get free weight plates on select Force USA gyms. Visit Johnson Fitness and Wellness today or shop online at johnsonfitness.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honeys. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honeys to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honeys experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honeys.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
We're on the Badgers.
The coaches, the players, we're bringing an entire new mindset.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And it's to win. it's to win.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is time, very late, for trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs $10 deal meal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app. And Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in our contestant. He is the produce guy. It is Ryan and Madison. Ryan, good morning. How's the produce today?
Good morning. I mean, it's almost freezing, but it's not quite frozen yet.
All right, yeah, I woke up today. It said -6 on my little Google thing. Not good. All right, here we go. The category, as Jesse pointed out, is the recycled category that we would have had yesterday had we done trivia. The divisional round recap question number 1 is this. Denver Broncos quarterback Bo Nix suffered a season-ending broken ankle in Denver's 33-30 overtime win over the Bills on Saturday. That means which backup quarterback will start the AFC Championship game for the Broncos? Is it Jared Stidham, Joshua Dobbs, or old man Phillip Rivers back for one last rodeo?
The first one.
Indeed, the first one is correct. Question 2, Ryan, is this.
Yes, sir.
Appropriate, given a recent trend on social media, the Broncos and Patriots both advanced to face each other in the AFC Championship game for the first time since which of these years? And I have no idea what this recent trend on social media is all about. Is it 2012, 2016, or 2020?
Ooh, I have no idea. We'll go with 2016.
I have no idea. Jesse, tell me briefly about this trend.
People are posting photos from 2016.
Okay.
Why?
So just 10 years ago?
Yeah, because it's like, wow, that was 10 years ago. And you look at, like, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it is. And then you look at how the photos look different from 2016 to now. And you would think 2016, they wouldn't look that different, but they do because of the advancements in technology and whatnot.
Packers won the AFC Championship game. Run the table. Speaking of run the table.
Will there be... keep going. We're way behind the clock, so I'm going to keep my mouth.
That is great self-control.
Come on, old P.
That is good.
Keep it going. Keep it going, old P.
Speaking of run the
Ryan,
table.
I've been getting yelled at, so I can't today. I want to.
Let's run the table with a correct answer.
I do wonder how many robots will be in the picture in 2036. I do wonder that.
Whoa, Nelly!
I said I wasn't going to talk about it.
And then you did it anyway. Question 3, Ryan. Which team scored the only defensive touchdown in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs? Was it the Seattle Seahawks, the New England Patriots, or the Los Angeles Rams?
Man, I don't know. Again,
appreciate your honesty.
I'm gonna say. I mean, I have no idea. Let's just go with the Patriots.
For a guy who doesn't know anything, what a performance!
It's better to be lucky than good, right?
You definitely produced today.
Oh,
nice.
That's good.
I got some rainbow carrots for you, OT, whenever you want them.
Oh, love rainbow carrots. Yep. I still always wonder.
Here we go.
Most sold. What produce is sold the most at Sendik's or a different grocery? What is it?
It's got to be onions, dude. It's in it because onions are in everything.
That's true. Love onions now. Gotta have onions to win a championship like Indiana.
Does lettuce count?
You gotta have some onions if you want to.
Onions.
People put lettuce on things more than onions, I think.
No, onions is more popular. I would have thought is a potato.
No, just you gotta make sauce, everything.
Oh, I love onions now. Love me some onions now.
Ryan, you got all three right. You got 4 entries. I could sit and talk produce all day, the different types of apples, etc. I love the produce section, but we got to go. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
Oh, he's gone.
Good.
He did us a favor there by hanging up.
Yes, thank you for your service, Ryan. The 11 o'clock hour, now that trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock is over, begins in 2 minutes. Around 11:21, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No offseason, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Hey, Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors. Trusted and local experts providing the best quality roofs, siding, windows, and doors. Expertly installed and at an affordable price. Get your free estimate today at ridgetopexteriors.com. Jeff Hafley has a new job. The former Packers defensive coordinator, now the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, where he joins former Packers assistant GM John Eric Sullivan, who took over as the team's new general manager last week. Reactions continue all day long here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, including more Wilde and Tausch continuing until noon. Plenty to catch up on over at ESPN.com as the search for a new Packers defensive coordinator gets underway. Meanwhile, NBA, the Bucks winners in an MLK Day matinee 112-110 in Atlanta over the Hawks yesterday afternoon. Milwaukee now 18-24 on the season. They return home to Fiserv Forum hosting the defending NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow night. 8:30 tip time, pregame coverage at 8 o'clock right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Tonight, Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania Boys Basketball, Monona Grove, Oregon at 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, which will last all of 39 minutes, and we will probably get to the programs that follow us, including Rich Eisen, tardy. Recapping today's top story, college football is in its heyday. And also the Packers need a new defensive coordinator.
Hope heyday. Yeah.
You got to give them hope. The idea that Matt LaFleur is facing a critical hire, I stand by that. But I think he also faces some more difficult decisions. And that is whether to make changes with his existing staff. I'm sorry, what are you muttering over there?
Well, I'm
a lot of muttering.
I've been
going on.
hearing things, and I'm not real pleased what I've been hearing. So,
what does that mean?
Rumor has it we're keeping Bisaccia.
Yeah, I'm. Would you like me to feign surprise by that? All right. So I talked about this on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. Let me preface this before it becomes a sound graph. I love that now you worry about sound graphs. Welcome to my
I'm
world.
worried about it. It is what it is.
Didn't you learn the new line? If this becomes a sound graph, I quit.
That is very popular.
That is funny.
Also, that's
I have
bullshit.
to admit, there might be times I'm going to throw that bad boy out there, but that wasn't one of those. Wasn't today.
So this is an unpopular statement that I'm about to make.
Okay.
Among the Packers fan base. But I know I've said it before, but it's probably going to get more attention when what you're saying ends up being the reality. And that is that Rich Bisaccia is extremely highly regarded in the building. He is viewed as an enormously crucial piece of their culture. He is Matt LaFleur's consigliere. I know none of the things I have just said have made you feel better about him being on the staff if you are a Packers fan who wants him out. I would ask you this, old boy.
Yep.
At what point do we look at the Packers over the last 20 years, right? Because the Ted Thompson and Brian Gutekunst eras span 2 decades now. Ted's first year as GM was 2005, midway through your career.
Yep.
And you're not a young spring chicken anymore. 50 is approaching.
It is.
At what point do you remember?
I'm going to have the Wilde and Tausch team help plan a 50th celebration for me.
Is that this year?
No.
No.
Got a couple years.
Okay.
Couple more years.
Well, that's good. We can work
also,
with a
his
couple of
social
years.
security number is 373. That's not the right number, by the way.
How do you know?
You don't know it's not.
Because I don't think that's what they start with. But anyway.
I don't think I even want you broaching that in any way, shape, or form. But continue.
Whoa, Nelly! Okay. I
Talk
feel
about
like we make
onions
that
again.
joke all the time, but okay. Look, I understand people do not want him as on their staff anymore. I think Tausch is right. I think he will not be going anywhere. My question is, when you have spent 20 years, going back to the midpoint of Tausch's career to now, with the Ted Thompson model and the Brian Gutekunst model, is special teams mediocrity or worse baked into the cake of having a roster-building philosophy like this team has?
I'm not blaming it on the roster, man. Like, I know, you're so young. Have a good kick returner, have a good kicker and punter, and you're going to be fine if you can scheme and get buy-in. I'm not asking
wait a minute, though.
Just stop being 28 to 32.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to be the world's best. But come on, man. Like, we and this is on Goody, too. I'm not.
Thank you.
This is completely on Goody from a punt returning standpoint.
Yes, kick
now,
returner.
You kept Hardman, then you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have a good preseason. And I don't know the whole backstory on that. But to have Romeo Doubs be your punt returner, I'm telling you right now, felt luckier than a you-know-what that we didn't have any turnovers in a postseason game. So this idea of Rich Bisaccia being a consigliatore and a guided whatever, all that stuff, that's great. Hire him as your special assistant.
Yeah, senior.
He doesn't need to be your special team
assistant.
He doesn't need to be your special team. I am fine if you have this strong of a connection to Rich, keep him. I'm not telling you got to fire him. But to act as if you're going to bring him back and all of a sudden things are going to – they're not better. They've gotten worse. And, blame Goody. You brought in a kicker. That whole situation got mismanaged on top of mismanaged. And then he ended up stinking. He has shown he's not great in the postseason. He's not.
The current
it just
evidence
is what it is. Not,
agree
it was
with
healthy.
that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing there? Are we going to have competition? How's that going to play out?
Havre-sick.
Well, he stunk a little bit late.
He did
too,
indeed.
So
You're also right about that.
He should have definitely not came back early and kicked with a bad quad, and Lord knows what that did, but whatever. But I'm telling you right now, like if Rich Bisaccia is back, the special teams stunk this year. They weren't good. They weren't good last year.
Yeah,
I don't know what we're doing. Like, bring him in as your game manager. Put a title on. I don't care what title you put on him. Bring somebody else in to coach special teams. At least let's spruce it up. I'm not asking you to put a whole new addition onto the house. Slap some paint. Get some Hallman Lindsay paint and go slap it on.
So
this way.
Let me ask you a question then, because they have a guy who led the league in punting. Okay, so they've got a good punter. They thought they had.
I mean, what do we punt once a game?
Well,
we don't punt anymore.
Fair point. They thought they had a good kicker.
He wasn't.
He was not good in the playoff game. Not,
he wasn't good during the season either. If you look at the numbers,
no. He was very good the previous year, all regular season since he got there, and then once they got to the postseason, he missed a kick in Philly, and then obviously he missed 3
Eddie
kicks.
Lacy was great in 14.
League comes at you fast, rainy, cold December day at Lambeau Field. They have not had anybody worth a damn returning kicks since Keyshawn Nixon has not been involved in it. And I say that as a Bo Melton proponent. He's not a game-changing returner. They drafted.
Oh, you mean Deion Sanders?
You
mean Deion Sanders?
Yeah, they drafted Savion Williams. Think about how they mismanaged the return game. From a personnel standpoint, they tried their first-round rookie wide receiver, Matthew Golden, who had never in his entire life returned punts. That was where they started. Sure. They also obviously had their leading receiver the previous 2 seasons in Jaden Reed as an option, and then he broke his collarbone. Then we end up with a guy with a concussion issue wearing the large helmet that, look, he is a sure-handed player most of the time. Was not on the onside kick. He seemed to be okay catching the ball when he actually caught it, but he struggled to judge balls too as a punt returner. Romeo Dobbs, right? Too many balls bounced. They never solved that. They never solved the kickoff return. They had Josh Jacobs return a kickoff in the playoffs, which I thought was nice. He volunteered for that job.
And he also fumbled it.
And he fumbled. That took the words right out of my mouth. So, again, how much of it is Bisaccia and how much of it is the roster building or the decision making? It's not just because they're young. It's because they do not want to use a roster spot on an exclusive return guy, which is what Keyshawn Nixon was starting midway through the 2022 season when he became an All-Pro. Right? Like,
I don't know.
He wasn't even returning kicks when he got here.
They brought McCole Hardman in to do that. If McCole Hardman had done a good job in the preseason, he'd been on the team and he would have been predominantly a return guy.
Yeah, they didn't feel like he was worth keeping. And I thought he had a good enough summer that if you wanted somebody to handle returns, he was probably going to be an option. So, again, I don't...
Well, let's just run it back with Rich. I'm sure it'll be great.
No, believe me, I am acutely aware of how that will be received. We'll talk a little bit more.
We should give him a raise, too.
You should just get him new windows from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin because he's earned it with his 4 years that he's now been in Green Bay.
Well, he's been here, it feels like 4 years, and I could do that. You could have 4 years. 4 years! For your New Year's resolution, the sky is the limit. With Pella's 0% interest for 4 years. Finance offer. No payments, no interest for 4 years. Think of everything you can do in 4 years. Get a college degree. Raise your toddler until they're ready for school. You can even serve a full term as president. Start your own journey toward meeting your personal goals and enjoy Pella's highest quality products with exclusive features custom made for your home. This deal ends January 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We'll continue our conversation about the decisions Matt LaFleur faces with his staff. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, encouraging you to start saving money and saving the planet with an energy switch to Everlight Solar. Teams competing in the playoffs know that no game at this stage is ever easy, but you know what can be easy? Making the switch to solar energy thanks to the great team at Everlight Solar. Our family was looking to make the switch to solar for quite some time, but we weren't quite sure where to start. That's when we met the team over at Everlight Solar. From the very first conversation, they educated us on the benefits of solar while also helping keep the process simple. Join us in saving a ton of money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more and schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When a heart stops, the clock starts. You are the first responder until help arrives. In that moment, 4 minutes equals brain damage. 6 minutes equals too late in an emergency. The first responder is you. We need you. Will you be ready? Learn CPR. Visit heart.org/nation. That's heart.org/nation.
There's no chill on the deals at Metro Ford of Madison. Right now, get into a 2025 Ford F-150 with 2.9% APR for up to 66 months plus $2,000 retail bonus cash. Looking for something sporty? Check out the 2025 Ford Bronco Sport with 3.9% APR up to 66 months, $2,500 bonus cash. Or lease for $319 a month with $38.49 due at signing. But hurry, offer ends February 2nd. Visit MetroFordofMadison.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know, I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and now I love making new memories, enjoying it with my family today. For a limited time, Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza is just $10. An extra large pizza with 6 huge foldable slices and bold New York-style flavor. Big size, big value, and just $10. Order right now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut, feed good times. For a limited time, order a Big New Yorker pizza for just $10. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Let's go to the Carbless Talk and text line. Liz is more for a little more discussion of the Packers coaching staff. Also, Dusty in Partyville sent along, for me anyway, the first of what I hope are many soup recipes after yesterday's conversation.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yeah. Becca was looking forward to that.
Black-eyed peas soup.
Okay.
I'll pass that along after I get that lasagna soup recipe.
I got a feeling that's a good soup.
The lasagna soup is so dynamite.
Dynamite.
Becca makes a really good lasagna soup. We've got a good recipe, too. Yeah.
With Musty Mac. What do you got on the text line?
Rob in Michigan. Need to hire a former head coach from some level. These young, unproven guys are great, but those only work in a situation where the head coach is a CEO type. LaFleur is so offensively focused as the play caller, he needs someone to run that side of the ball with limited oversight, been more successful that way.
I'll jump on board with Rob's take there. What about you, Tausch?
I mean, I like my head coach to be able to multitask. I don't.
Do you think Matt
necessarily
LaFleur does a good job of that?
I don't. I think that picture of him leaning up against the equipment bucket, drawing up plays while the defense is getting gashed or whatever the defense
Optics,
is doing,
not great.
not ideal. But Matt LaFleur needs to call plays. And if he feels like he needs help in some of the other categories, I'm fine with him doing that.
It's a good text by Rob, though. I'm with him.
Very good.
How about this one from Cody in Pittsburgh? I feel the defense...
Now, wait, Cody. No, I'm just
Congratulations to Cody.
No, wait, I forget how this...
No, that is... He is
Colby.
not... He is not
Colby.
Mr. Jana.
Yeah. Jana,
Cody,
Mr. Jana
separate
is out.
entity.
Jana and the
Yes,
cheese.
okay.
Got, yeah. Jana
So it's
and Colby.
Mr. Jana is Colby,
Yeah,
not
Colby,
Cody.
yeah.
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
Indeed.
All right.
Cody, who does not know them. I feel the defense played better
Still
under...
don't know how they don't know each other.
Pittsburgh is
You're
not
in
a
Pittsburgh,
small
you love
city.
the G&G.
It's not.
I know, but you get together, go have a beer, and talk about the pack.
We'll connect them when we make our Pittsburgh tour stop to see Mike McCarthy's first game as the head coach of the Steelers.
In fairness, if we were ever going to do that, it would have been when we played against Rodgers this year, so it's probably
I
not
don't
ever
know.
going
I
to happen.
still don't know why Jason didn't go out to that game. That's absurd, but I digress. Go ahead.
Can I read Cody's text, or
No,
would you like to?
apparently
Yeah,
not.
go ahead.
He feels the defense played better under Hafley, but whether it's Hafley, Barry, or Pettin, our defense has still underperformed. Roster construction is going to be the way to fix this issue. That's not to say the coordinator doesn't matter, but I'm not sure Vic Fangio would be able to have this defensive roster play lights out.
Interesting. So he does not think that beyond two all-pro players that the Packers have that much talent defensively. Am I mischaracterizing what he said there?
No, it looks like that's what he said.
I don't
agree with that.
Is that more an indictment of youth than it is on talent?
I
No,
don't
it's
think.
an indictment of Goody.
Yeah, I don't think they've got like star-spangled awesome talent. I think they've got some very good players, but I don't know if they're top to. I don't know if they have top to bottom great talent on defense. They have they have two All-Pros, and they have Edgerrin Cooper, who I thought was on his way to being that guy. And this year, he did not have the impact I was expecting him to have. Maybe that was how he was used, whatever. But, again, I thought he was having his best game in that playoff game, and then he got hurt. Interesting take there. Jesse, got one more?
I do. This one's from Mr. Ridiculed. We must consider that...
I'm sorry, who?
Mr. Ridiculed.
Is that his actual name?
I think he's an NFL owner, actually. Bob
I was just
Ridiculed.
going to say, which team does he own?
We must consider that the lack of production by the defense could be attributed to a culture, lack of identity, and accountability unrelated to Hafley and caused his coaching to be less effective.
What is... let me ask you this, and then we'll take another break so we can play catch-up here. What exactly is culture, and how should we view that for those of us that have never played the game or been in the locker room or been on an NFL team?
The culture is what the expectations are. The standard is the standard, that kind of deal. And what you hope your culture is an accountability to your teammates that you are going to give maximum effort, you're going to know what the hell you're doing, and you're going to go out and execute that as many times as you possibly can. That, to me, is what culture is. It's not about ping-pong tables and backgammon boards and everything else. That stuff helps build the culture, but the culture is about what you see and your approach to how you go about your business. And I do agree with your assessment when I was, I guess you could say talking bad about Hafley, which I really wasn't, but I could understand how you would interpret it that way. Hafley did. I think guys bought in. Part of it is getting buy-in from your coaches on what you're doing. Guys believing in what that is. Culture isn't just players. Culture is everybody getting together and really having your identity based on what you need to do, based on your personnel, and going about your business that you're going to be successful. And right. I don't think that our culture was bad. And I think that's probably why Mr. Policy decided to extend these other 3 young men.
We'll get into culture more tomorrow. We'll call it the Culture Club edition. We're still playing catch-up. Keep that in mind when I tell you it's time for our Iron Jock contest.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
And it's Whoa Nelly next.
That's going to be tricky.
Yeah, it is.
Especially with 16
All right,
minutes
new
left
year,
in the show.
new goals. Iron Jock is here to help you stick to them. And whether you're hitting the gym or heading to work or just trying to smell a whole lot better in 2026, Iron Jock Gear has you covered. Right now, ESPN listeners, take 30% off all Iron Jock Gear on orders over $75. Just use that promo code 30, ESPN30 at checkout. Again, that's promo code ESPN30. Look good, smell great, and start the year strong with Iron Jock. Right now, chance to win a beautiful Iron Jock hat. Caller 30 for ESPN30 at checkout. Again, use that code ESPN30 for all Iron Jock gear on orders over $75. Caller 30, 844-770-3776. Caller 30 to win an Iron Jock hat. 844-770-3776.
Good luck to caller 30. Good luck to Jesse with the shortest Whoa Nelly ever, and that's saying something. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Happy New Year and happy new engagement. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. You have heard me talk about corporate, fundraising, and even casino events, but we are also amazing wedding DJs. Never cheesy and always the perfect fit for the perfect couple. Please let us help you narrate your wedding day love story while playing an amazing soundtrack that will rock your dance floor. Create lifelong memories of your one special day. Do it right and do it with CelebrationsEntertainment.com. That's CelebrationsEntertainment.com.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European. New year, new Audi. The search for your new Audi begins at Audi Madison, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road. Receive 2.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. Offer is only available until February 2nd. Check out AudiMadison.com to browse and see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game. In 6 minutes. No more? No less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on Bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
The Badger, it's home. This place is home. And I never would want to go anywhere else. I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to win championships here. And, I love being a Badger. I love embracing the cardinal red and the white. And, I'm excited for the future.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
We're on the Packers.
This 2 or 3 year window needs to yield a championship.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
When you bring back everybody, Mr. Policy is telling you we're winning a championship.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Jesse is too young to remember the FedEx guy that talked at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so he better do that anyway when he does Whoa Nelly.
Not even going to play the intro for Whoa Nelly. We're just going to ask you something here. The season finale of the Barry Alvarez show is tonight at 6 o'clock on ESPN
Will Barb
Madison.
be there?
I hope Barb comes out. For a season finale, we need to bring all of our characters back from the course of the season. And a special guest who was busy last night during the championship game, tentatively scheduled to appear.
Frank Signetti?
It's
not Frank Signetti. Kurt Signetti.
It might be a name that has been mentioned in the speculations. Tentatively scheduled to appear for the season finale of the Barry Alvarez show. It's not Mario Cristobal. Anything that you would like me to
Donna
ask?
Shalala.
Is it
Donna Shalala?
We never mentioned Donna Shalala.
Michael Irvin.
Okay.
Is there anything for the season? That would be fun. Is there anything in particular, given your affinity for the greatness of hope in the college football playoff era, Tausch, that you would like me to ask of Coach Alvarez tonight on the season finale of the Barry Alvarez show at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton?
Nope.
Great. Jason?
Okay. If a Badgers legend turned you down when you offered him a job and then that job came open again, would you, Barry Alvarez, hold a grudge, or would you hire him if you felt he would be the right man for the job?
You know what he's gonna say.
I know. It sounds like it might be an interesting topic for them for the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be.
I know what you're going to say when you talk about AmFam. That doesn't stop me from saying, hey, tell us about AmFam.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. That's because their agents are always there with the right home and auto protection, and they have it at the right price. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance, a proud partner of Wilde and Tausch.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch, and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and your seat at the table just got better at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Return to Hard Rock Casino Rockford's high-limit room, where the odds are in your favor. With enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer stands on soft 17, you'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Visit the high-limit room and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Wisconsin volleyball takes a big stage, tipping off the 2026 season. The Badgers playing in the AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum, the showcase featuring 8 of the top 12 teams in the AVCA national rankings. ESPN Madison is your home for everything Wisconsin Badgers with the Jump Around, the Kelly Sheffield Show, and the Barry Alvarez Show. All available to stream on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. With exclusive features and customized for every home, Pella provides the highest quality products at a price you can afford. Go to PellaWI.com. PellaWI.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer-linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee-free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
It's all about the green and gold and nonsense on Kyle, Brust, and Nordman.
What is the main ingredient to pesto?
Dude, man.
Wow, this is bad.
Pass.
What country is home to the city of Vienna?
Seriously?
Jeez.
Switzerland?
Kyle, Brust, and Nordman. Presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL. Weekdays from 2 till 4 on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
What was that?
It's just me or, I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, I'm 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.
I knew I should have listened to my mother and bought that other sofa from Steinhafels. It was so strong and comfy.
Tired of furniture that doesn't hold up to its end of the bargain? Steinhafels has quality furniture for every style and budget. Relax. It's Steinhafels.
Hey Madison IKEA fans, great news! IKEA is now closer than ever with our brand new pickup point at the University Bookstore on State Street. Order your favorite IKEA products online and pick them up as soon as the next day, absolutely free for IKEA family members. That's right, no shipping fees or waiting for deliveries, just the IKEA style you know and love, ready when you are. Start shopping smarter at IKEA.us or the IKEA app and choose the University Bookstore pickup point. Don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family. It's free to join and gives you access to great deals, rewards, and free Madison pickup.
The Don has spoken.
Everybody has the same issues. Everyone has NIL issues. Everyone has transfer portal issues. It's up to our guys to figure out how to manage it.
The Barry Alvarez Show, Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
Tausch, quick question, because I think you said something similar.
Jason.
Amy in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube chat would like to see Rich Bisaccia retained, but just not coach the special teams. Be the culture guy. Be the senior advisor, assistant head coach. If they did that and it was one of his lieutenants, do you feel like things would improve? or it's one of the other two guys that work under him, it's going to be the same story. That's my question.
I just want something different.
Fair enough. You and Amy are on the same page. We are on the same page. We made it to the end of the show and ended it without it being preposterously late. Brian Balaga is scheduled to appear on the show tomorrow, so we'll probably be up against it just like we were today. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN